Good morning, everybody. Didn't mean to do that again. I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. Ooh, I hear an echo. I hear an echo. Where do we got that echo? Who's got the echo?
It's probably coming from me, isn't it?
It's like one of them episodes of Doctor Who. That's awesome. Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning. There it is again.
Hello.
Anybody else hear that?
Yep.
Is it me? Is it just me? I know it's not my echo. This is what my echo sounds like.
I've had myself muted, so I don't know if it's me, but I'll keep myself muted.
Who's? Well, it must be. It's not Warren. Warren's muted. Let's wait for me to come back around.
And we're all muted.
What the hell? My goodness. Good morning, Bry, and good morning again later. Because it's going to come back around. I've got to figure it out. Anybody know how that happens? Let me mute myself and
Could be a microphone volume issue or a input issue. It's been happening to me as well on movie nights. Which is a shame because it used to happen on Discord all the time, and now we're having it on StreamYard.
Kitty, how's it going?
Sorry I'm late, everybody.
Oh, you're not late.
Can you hear me? No, I'm late. Yeah, my webcam was over here and everything was just all over the place. And yeah, anyway, I'm here. Hi.
Yes,
Awesome.
you missed our riveting conversation of us fixing our microphones.
Actually, we got a sneak peek from your webcam of you getting ready and making sure that you were getting things going. Here it is.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at him.
Look at him. I love the way they say look at him.
Holy
Please.
smokes. You know what? I didn't even hear that.
You didn't hear it?
I didn't hear it.
That's strange.
Did you guys hear it? If I heard it, you did, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard it
for sure.
Is the music playing? No?
No, I don't hear the music in the background now.
All right. Let me
Was
know.
there music before?
Well, let's try this one. See if this works.
Yes,
okay,
it
yeah.
does.
I hear
You
that.
know it's
There was a visual cue that the music was playing. Anybody else catch it? Anybody else see what that was?
No.
There it is.
I stopped.
That's what it was right there. That's our visual cue right there.
I need to bring the screen backwards back here. So hold on, let me just stop this.
Sure.
Yeah. See, I'm ready.
Rosales, you should just record footage of her dancing and then put like Fortnite music footage over it, like she's dancing to Fortnite meme TikToks and stuff like that.
Or put that bobbing head on one of the animations
Yeah.
of like Master Chief.
Does that not get copyright struck when you play it?
You'd be surprised what doesn't get copywritten, you know?
Because well, I mean, it is a very it's like from the 80s like Italian TV or something.
You know what? I'd try not to play enough of it to get copywritten. Plus, I don't know about the laws in what's that country called? Italia. I'm being stupid.
Italia, yeah. No, I, either way, if that much doesn't get copyright claim, I'm using that, man. I have to have it.
Hey, Gray. Good morning. How's things? You know, what's up? What's under the lid? That's
Or
what I
I'll just
wanna
do a
know.
cover. I'll do my own. But, no,
Hang
it
on a
just doesn't
second.
work.
You need. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, guys.
Right there.
Yeah, you see, you did it very well.
Thank you.
Oh,
Let's see.
we can't hear you. We saw you.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I was muted.
All right.
Yeah, I was too late for the dance. My bad.
There we go. In
There you go.
case people don't know,
Oh,
we are
I-
live.
I love that. That's new, right? And I noticed at the right time. Usually it takes me like 3 months to notice something new.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's a gift from my wife.
Oh,
And
That's
now
lovely.
everybody can see when they walk past when I am live, because
so don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
had
doesn't
a
have to
little
scream
touch.
at all of us anymore saying, I'm live. We're doing it
Oh,
live.
however,
doing
the adjustment of color is making me look a little more
Green.
greenish. Yeah, like I'm not getting enough vitamin C. So
Is your message thing tone a that Duolingo noise? Because that's a Duolingo noise.
I don't
Anyway.
I don't know what's going on.
You playing Duolingo mid-show?
No. I'm checking my messages and turning off my sound. Ooh, my postcard made it to Lucamu. Well, okay. That's a different game altogether. There's a
He's secretly playing Pal World in the background.
what's that game? Pikmin. It's still a Nintendo game, but the Pikmin thing is that you can do a Pikmin game on your telephone where it counts your steps and rewards you and send them on
What?
missions to
Oh, yeah.
beat up mushrooms and things like that. And it's supposed to help you, when you do your things like exercise and things like that. It's supposed to encourage you. But I get my steps in like this.
It's
This
a
is how
shake weight.
Yes. Shake this.
So that
then
already
other
sounds
things.
better than Pokemon Go, where it just encourages kids to go out and beat the crap
Get
out of each other
kidnapped.
for a location, and then adults to encourage them to be crepes.
Well,
Hey, I play Pokemon Go.
everybody was able to create their own markers and drop off stuff. So there were people out there who were younger thieves, if you will, planted a
Right.
bunch of really, really high dollar stuff in areas that they were keeping as a territory. And whenever somebody would walk in there looking for a Pokemon, they would rob them of their physical money and all of their goods and wares.
Yep.
So,
Good times. Great fun. Very
Good
realistic
times.
game.
just enjoying.
Sounds
some
like it's
banging
more like
music.
Power World in real life.
Actually, yeah.
So let's see. No chill this morning, so we don't get a chill update. You know,
Chill's
it's
just
the,
chilling. That's why.
It's the beginning of Black History Month, so let's acknowledge some Black history.
Wakanda forever.
There we go. Hey,
Oh my god.
so Warren,
Yep.
you know some Black people, right?
Yeah. At Rikers Island.
Wow.
What can you tell us about Black History Month that we need to understand and enjoy?
Well, watermelon's great. Orange soda is a thing.
It's amazing, actually.
not
fried
wrong.
fried chicken and waffles is a good meal. We can run really fast. Look at Usain Bolt. Basketball is a dominated sport.
Just promoting the race. We're a great race.
Great at driving white vehicles, aka OJ.
What did that come into?
We adopted the
History
baby
month.
daddy the baby daddy term.
You know, on the OJ thing, we really have to give him credit because he not only obeyed the speed limit and still evaded the police. So, you know, not many people can do that.
Skills.
He drove for
Mhm.
2,000 yards, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some kind of record. Nathan, you're just in time for Black History Month.
In all
Is that what
seriousness,
this is?
in all seriousness, I am not a fan of celebrating months. I mean, celebrating stuff like I don't mind like Dr. Martin Luther King, but like Black History Month or this month, it's like, well, why don't we have Danish month? You know what I mean? Like
He
or
hesitated. I think he was hesitating to say, why don't we have a white people month?
I mean, yeah, might as well. Like, why don't we have the KK month? Like you know.
Oh
what I mean?
no, I didn't say that.
And, it's everybody's history. There were plenty of in the 1800s. There were lots of senators. I guess you can count them on your hand, but still, they made their presence known, and although I don't know them by name because February only comes around once. Kitty.
Yeah.
Laughing at my racist jokes. Listen to you.
I'm sorry. I've come from South Africa.
That hits a lot different from you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say South Africa.
She's like, there's some truth to his comments.
There's some property issues in South Africa going on.
Just
just
fun times.
I mean, I don't know. I acknowledge the people, but I mean, a whole month, like just like I mean, I just don't like a whole month for something. There's a lot of things that I don't think should be a whole month. So
isn't it kind of not exactly pandering? What is it? There's another word. I'm gonna lose. I'll just continue amongst yourselves. I'll find the word.
No, we'll wait. That's
no,
fine.
that's it. I mean, I
patronizing.
Yes.
Patronizing.
Patronizing.
Oh.
It is patronizing, and it's a great way for people in that month, for whatever that is celebrated, to kind of pat themselves on the back. This is why me as a gay man, you're not going to see me in June jumping for joy doing cartwheels with like
Pride
I don't
month.
care. Like June for me is just another month.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just a more annoying.
Gay the whole year round. It really.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
like-
Exactly. Like I could care. Like it's not my focus in life, so I could care less on what June is.
Exactly. It's like it's not my
Well,
entire being. So.
Yep.
I think there's probably plenty of people who are only gay in June.
There's probably actually
Pay for pay in
Went
June.
honky
Yeah, like
month.
Cole.
that's probably.
Oh, yeah.
That is.
Well, why do
probably
you
true
hate
these
gay
days.
people, Joker?
Okay, my cats are killing each other. Hold on.
Not too many people know this, but Tim Schafer, normally known as Joker's Corner,
Hello.
he took the opportunity to go to a gay pride parade wearing a MAGA hat,
This is
triggering
true.
people
I was like, where's this going?
all up and down. So
He was
when-
like, we're
Cole
going to try a little
says,
social
why
experiment.
do you hate
today."
gay people? It's not that he hates them, but he's challenging them to expand their horizons beyond June.
I cannot believe you remember that story. Like I told that to you like a year ago. That is hilarious. Yeah,
It was a great story.
I got a
Oh.
lot of weird, dirty looks that day, and at the same time, I also got a lot of compliments. And people were like, "Yeah, Trump," and I'm just trying to piss everybody off, like confusing that I'm holding hands with my now husband. That's and like at that time, we're early in our relationship, holding hands, and Harry, I'm wearing a MAGA hat, and I'm seeing a bunch of blue-haired lesbians looking at me a little strange, like, "Wait, how does that work?"
Yeah, you had the protection of holding a man's hand. So they're
Right.
like, okay, he is here for this.
Right.
He's
What do we
walking-
do?
He's
I don't
walking down the
understand.
He's walking down the street with a MAGA hat on, and he's holding his
But
hand.
he's
He's like, I'm just letting everybody here know I'm one of you guys.
Well,
No
I
reason
did
to
in
panic.
fact turn to them and I looked strangely at them because they're all staring. We're walking past. I turned around. I said, "What? You've never seen a gay person before?" And that was the joke. Was they're staring at me for being gay? Obviously they're gay, but like no, obviously they're staring at me for the hat. But
I love that.
That's funny. I like that.
Yes, Tim
When's
is
Honky
fantastic.
Month?
Oh, that reminds me of my sister's ex.
Oh,
boyfriend.
That's
Good
November.
God.
That's November when we elect them back into office.
I can remember
Oh.
when my sister was dating her ex. I don't know we just I don't know what possessed us to have family night, but we decided to play Cards Against Humanity. And one of the card, he pulled a card that had honky on it, and I swear to God, his white ass looked at us and went, "What's a honky?" And we were all like, he didn't know, like legit did not know. And we all looked at him. We were like, you're a honky.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's impressive not to know that word. So hey,
Oh, dude,
Some people live shielded lives.
dying.
I don't think I didn't really know it until a couple of years ago. It just wasn't around people using it.
That
well,
was
I
just
think
what-
too. I think we're conditioned to learn that there are racial epithets towards people with darker skin, but people have really assumed that, well, there's not really those for white people. There's not insults for white people. Like, yeah, you mean like they totally didn't insult poor white people. Let's not talk about the fact that they treated the Irish like dirt back in the day. I
mean,
was like, come on now.
I mean, people can
Yeah,
try
this-
to be racist against me.
White
but
people
does-
against white people are really, really crude. I'll tell you
Does-
that.
But does cracker have the same impact and meaning as the N word? I don't think so.
No.
Not really.
Maybe impact
I wouldn't
towards
have-
a poor white person. It would probably have an insult to somebody, because
In-
that's the idea too.
yeah.
We also have this
Well,
idea
context.
that poor,
Here's the thing, Nathan.
like poor means people who are of color, which is not
Mm.
necessarily true. There are plenty of poor white people too that
Yeah.
live in those neighborhoods or other neighborhoods. So I think that's the problem. That's the stipulation. People don't.
Snow
It's
roach.
bad. It's almost just as racist to just assume that poor means that
That-
people of
yeah.
color. So that's pretty bad.
Now, here's the thing. You take any word that you're going to use to insult
roach.
white people, like snow roaches or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it towards the N word. Okay, put it right
And
next to it,
it's just gonna go.
and then you realize that there's only one word that you're saying and one word that you're not saying, and that's the N word. If you can come up with a word that insults white people that you cannot say, and you have to say it's the C word or the U word or something.
Yeah,
like
you don't
that,
say the word.
Then it'll be
the
equivalent.
word we know.
until,
Yeah,
until you can't say it, it's not equivalent.
it's
So-
never gonna be. Yeah.
And unless you're rapping, you can't say it.
I might have a word that could be an equivalent to that. It starts with an N. It's popularly it's used all the time on the internet for no reason, but
Isn't it the same word?
I mean, no, a different N word.
I was about to say, is that the joke? That they're just the same word?
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
just
that
the same-
would
right,
be
exactly.
intellectually.
Are you talking about?
Well done.
National Slur
God.
Month.
It was very
That's-
It was a
that's
very
hardcore,
popular word in
Walter.
World War II. Let's just say that.
Nothing like the Super Sunday wrap up to wake my ass up on Sunday.
Oh,
Right?
man. Yeah. You lazy nut.
I need to go back.
Well, let me
Lazy.
just say the word since no one will say it.
Oh my.
Oh,
Are you dying?
killed him. You killed him. Are you happy?
you're not supposed to do that shit while I'm in the middle of a dream.
Walter says we need a national slur month that recognizes all of the slurs for every race.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's change it up.
Somebody needs to go to
September
change.org and start a petition.
All right.
We'll see how. Okay, Cole's on it.
I was going to say, are you challenged? Because Cole and I will do it right now. We will follow through with this joke.
We will post it. We will post it right here and get the link started and see how many we can pick. We can get the
What?
sign.
For one
Cole, are
month
you
and
on
one
it, or do
month
you want me to
only,
make it?
every white person in America
National
can say
No,
the
you
N
can't
word
say it. No,
free
we
of
just-
charge.
we recognize them. We say,
It's
here
like-
are all of them, and everybody posts them, but they don't say them.
It'll be like the purge, but for language.
No, I think everybody should be able to say all the words. Just
All
all
the
at
words?
once. Yeah.
Everybody
All the words
has
all
to
at
go.
once one
We
day.
have to desensitize ourselves. Everyone has to say the bad words. Just stand in to get into a store. You have to say all of them, and then okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Everybody will
nothing-
have the right to say and
In an ideal America where everybody's equal, you could, but you can't.
I
we
mean,
would all
here's
call
what we
people-
say. If you want to be able to say these words, if you want to be able to say them, just be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, they
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
it
with
works.
Yeah.
that worked out
Yeah.
for Kramer.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Although we're watching Seinfeld, and I've just decided I'm going to forget all of it. Okay, I'm watching Seinfeld. I'm enjoying Seinfeld. the way
Seinfeld's
it is.
fantastic.
Well, now
Yeah.
there you go. I mean,
It's
can you
even
hold?
funnier now that you know he said that word. Actually,
He's just- No, I'm just like I like Kramer. Okay, I like the character Kramer. I'm not going to think about who portrayed him.
Walter, if you type it, I will show it.
okay.
First 20 minutes of this whole show, and this is what the topic has been.
Yeah,
I love
we didn't
it.
put the topic up. What was the intro for this? We didn't
It
have
was,
that. What's
we
the
were
name of this segment?
State, and then we segued into Black History
Oh,
Month,
Joe.
and now we're all racists. So
Doesn't that usually follow Black History Month, anyways?
Sounds
Can-
like the internet.
Can we
does.
listen to
we're,
the?
we're just ahead of the curve.
Can we listen?
you
to
want
the
you want?
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, no. I was gonna say, can we listen to the ninja song? What? I am ninja.
I want to be ninja.
I want to be ninja.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, I
is
don't
the
have that
song.
one.
You
Oh,
guys
you
are
should
gonna have
look-
to just hear my song.
Oh, you should listen to it. It's true. I'll put it in this private chat.
Oh no,
So
I've
this-
heard it. I've heard it. Yeah.
Wow,
Rosal
okay.
says day one when that came out, that was my #1 hit. I downloaded
Yeah.
it. And everything.
Yeah, well, I really like this month as a fellow black person.
I really had to use some legal action to get my name off of the writing credits of that Ninja song.
Oh, I make sure to watch the Django when Black History Month comes on.
I'll make sure to watch Goodbye, Uncle Tom.
200 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's a good month, though. I think you guys are hating, I do have some black people in my family tree, so I mean,
Disney
they're
has
still
plenty of
they're
movies
still
for me to
hanging
choose
out
from.
there, so
Oh, Cole.
wow.
Yeah,
Good one, Cole. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, that was a good setup
Jimmy
there.
Clark kind of sit up there. Jesus.
Cole, you should have saved that one for the Joker's Corner. Now you're out of material.
well, you could always clip it,
This is true.
Well, not all of your fans are awake this morning, so he can reuse it. It'll be all right. I am not above using reusing jokes over and over again. So
Hey, if they were funny the first time, they could be funny again.
that's how you test out material. You do it on the show, only 3 people are watching, and then you do it on a larger platform. So there we go.
Very bad
So-
sample size. That's not a good idea. But okay.
So we had some breaking news in DC land. Supergirl was cast this week, and after an extensive search, they went with their first choice that they had thought of previously before they even had a movie to cast her in. Actually, so James Gunn was watching Game of Thrones and chose this girl as his Supergirl. And since he wasn't in charge of DC at the time, he was dreamcasting, I guess, for when he would be in charge. So there you go. That's what he saw and said, man, she needs a cape.
I love the way. I love this juxtaposition of the cartoon character's expression. She's like, "Oh, really?"
Right?
You're going to play me?
I mean, I guess because she's hot off of House of the Dragon, and that I could see why. And I mean, it's just Supergirl. It's not like we're talking about Wonder Woman here, so I'm not really bothered by this. It's like, okay.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
It's
in
neither here
real
nor
life,
there.
she looks. I think she looks more like the character in real. Like in general, I think she's perfect
Oh yeah.
visually for the character. I just think using this image of what she's popular from, and also proves that she can act too. I mean, we've seen her in the show, so she's a good actress, but she also looks very different than the character in House of the Dragon because she's playing such a much younger character in that show. So I'm all for it. I mean, I'm just glad it's not going to be who we had in the Flash. I'm happy to move on.
I mean, I saw
Yeah.
House of the Dragon, and yeah, she is a good actress, and visually, the look. I mean,
Easy.
that's Supergirl. That's what she's supposed to look like. So
Absolutely.
But of course, you can't
Where did
convince
that
all
jaw come from? What's
these.
happening?
But of course, you can't
Comes
convince
from her
these
dad.
idiots on the
Jeez.
internet otherwise. But I don't care about the idiots on the internet. This is our Supergirl. This is what we're getting. Deal with it.
Right. Well, and you know, let's be fair. Right? With the looks, the jawline, everything, the sharp cheekbones or whatever, all of that family, they should look that good. They should be, chiseled out and
You can take the
well-defined.
rims
I
off
mean,
a
if you're gonna-
2x4 with those cheekbones.
Right. And
I
I'm
know.
curious too, like what's her workout regimen going to be? Like how much different physically is she going to look in the next
I'm sure we'll see some pictures of her posing in front of a mirror pretty soon.
Yeah, I think she'll have. Yeah, you're right, Joker. She's gonna have to put in work. So, I mean, it's not like it's gonna be a miss, right? Because I think after Blue Beetle, they really need like an actress that is more familiar. I mean, I didn't really know the actor from Blue Beetle. I watched it. I thought it was decent, but they kind of really need someone to, even if it's just Supergirl, that is kind of known at this point.
Blue Beetle wasn't terrible, but it wasn't a movie we needed right now. You know
I don't
what
think
mean?
it was a movie though. I think it should have been a streaming service or sort of deal.
And I
Yeah,
think
well, the-
even better, I don't think we need to have well-known actors to start. I don't think they all have to be well-known. I think there could be some well-known ones that are playing villains or side characters or maybe a hero here and there, but I think it's good to have unknowns.
It's good, but
Yeah.
with the restart that he has to accomplish, it's a huge gamble, right? Like it's gonna have to be a hit. It's gonna have to be a mix of. I agree. I understand what you're saying, and I fully agree. That's just my phone. Sorry. I think it's gonna have to be. I would say
Tech
a
support, please
mix.
hold.
I would combine mines with yours. Like it's gonna have to be a good mix. Like you had some well known and some unknowns to make it a balance out. So I do agree. I don't think you need to be full with all unknowns because who knows? You might get the next big RDJ in your next actor you cast for Green Lantern. Well, I know it's not. It's Nathan Fillion, but you get my point. For Guy Gardner, but you get my point. What I'm saying. So.
That RDJ, that was the poster story for Second Chances. It really is. And he did what he's supposed to do, what everybody's supposed to do, and that's when you take a role, you take it seriously and you do your best and you work. He's often said recently that Iron Man was some of the best work he's ever done as an actor. So he's very proud of what he created, and he won back by doing that role more than he ever lost before he went to jail. So, that is just a tremendous comeback. And it speaks to the fact that the role and the actor or actress, that combination is what makes it work. Okay. Because nobody saw Doolittle. He didn't make his millions on Doolittle.
Nobody saw Doolittle.
And
Not even me.
he had to take a secondary role in Oppenheimer, to these other yahoos who aren't making as much as him because, that's the role that puts him together. I mean, when you do that, when you cast so perfectly, like Marvel did the first time around, you create these, this thing that is the culmination of all of the parts, and they're not getting that now with what they're doing. So,
Well, I think Robert Downey Jr. is a rare exception because we don't just think of his Iron Man. He did Sherlock Holmes, and that was successful, and other things. He's done other things. We knew him before he was Iron Man, and we've known him after he's been Iron Man. I think we're intrigued by watching what he's in, no matter what it is, for the most part. The thing is, in the case of Doolittle, it wasn't marketed well. It was a remake of a film that was already made years before, a story that's really popular. It also was, when it was marketed, it was poorly marketed. So I think there's other things that contribute to that, and I think Robert Downey will always be known as Robert Downey, but the difference is I feel like some of the Marvel characters, as far as some of the other actors, like Chris Evans and whatnot, they're always going to be known as Captain America, and they don't really have other performances that I can really remember as them as an actor. In general, people remember them as their characters, which is kind of a problem because it doesn't make them a massive star per se. It makes them popular within that realm.
Yeah.
It doesn't make them Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson was already Jack Nicholson before he became the Joker. Yes, he was born to play the Joker. People love him being the Joker, but he had other roles before and since. So I think it's hard. We don't have movie stars like that anymore when it comes to this genre of film.
I think Chadwick did a good R.I.P. He did a good job. I mean, from Jackie, and I think he
What was
also
that
did
other movie he did? It was Two Bridges, something like that.
Two Bridges, and he also did James Brown, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I mean, he's done.
But he wasn't around long, and he's also not around long enough to be doing as many performances as some of these other actors too. He didn't have a long run. If he, obviously, if he had lived longer, we might have seen that, and we might have seen more and more varied performances from him. But I think in general, I think the younger public is always going to remember him as T'Challa, right?
Right.
So it's hard to get that out of the head.
Oh,
Ray
Lord.
says that movie was lightning in a bottle. The script wasn't even ready when they were shooting. There was a lot of improv. Peak RDJ.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Ghostbusters. I was going to agree.
Oh,
Every time I hear lightning in a bottle, I'm like, yeah, the first Ghostbusters movie. It'll never be the same
yeah.
again.
Morning, K Dot.
Are you a god? No. Ray, next time someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Yeah, they should have learned from C-3PO.
Right.
K Dot, you're a fan of DC, yeah?
Well, I'm a fan of stopping Warren's DC hatred, but yes, you can say that. You can say that.
But why did you invite this plague on here? Like,
Oh my
like
gosh.
You know,
it's like
I have-
this guy's walking AIDS right now. Like,
Cards will be played. And now the battle
I don't see
begins.
MSK. What are you talking about? What is K-Dot?
Poor
K-Dot's
MSK.
he's got a standing invitation. He hasn't done anything to me, but he does do a lot of things to you. And
yeah, apparently I'm a DC hater now. So so
I mean, you are more Marvel biased. Let's be real.
no. Okay, listen. Just like Jaded,
The battlefield has been drawn,
I'm
and
a
now the
part
battle
by the
begins.
fact. I haven't seen that many DC well-made movies.
This is why we
and-
call Warren Nerdman 2.0.
So Marvel biased.
No, Marvel. Oh, please, not Nerdman. Lord Almighty.
Wait, Warren. Can you confidently say on this live right now that all the Marvel movies you've seen are better than majority of DC movies?
Not all of them. No, they're not all good.
All right, but can you say majority? Because there's a lot of Marvel
Good
movies.
lord.
A good portion.
I'll take Nerdman over this.
Dear Lord.
I mean, a good portion, but I mean, are we like? I'm not gonna celebrate crap. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like,
You supported Avengers Endgame, my friend.
you like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
You know I don't. Oh my gosh. This brother just lied on me, but Warren, you know I like messing with you. You know I like messing with you.
This man's on coke.
I can't take all this
Okay.
slander that's happening right now. He
You
just
just
said
said I
to
supported
my
Zack
boy, he
Snyder's
said
Justice League.
you like
Why?
Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm like, what the
Where's
hell?
it? Where'd it go?
He said
What
those
is
are
it?
fighting words, buddy.
Yeah. So sign
Yeah.
the petition.
Oh, yes. Do you send the link in the
Yeah.
private chat?
Yeah,
Okay.
private chat.
All right, let me copy that real
Thank
quick.
you, Cole.
Copy the link here. Now, if you would like a National Slur Month, wait, where is that? Oh, darn it, I keep hitting the wrong button here. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Wait,
They're
I need to read. I need to read what Cole wrote.
In the chat. No, you don't. Please
we
don't.
have
Please don't.
It's in the chat. Change.org, National Slur Month. Click there, sign the petition. Our next goal is 5. We're going to be counting this as we go along. We'll see if we can get a National Slur Month to happen in March. Speaking of point counterpoint, where everybody gets to say whatever they want to say, with
I
without
think we can get this
regard of
moving.
repercussions. I think that's the word. Yeah,
I guess it's a good thing everybody at my work is 95% black.
yeah.
Oh no.
So
Like, you're
everybody
gonna
will get
die.
the chance to say whenever they want to, all in the month of June. And,
It's okay. They can call me
no,
whatever
not
they
June.
want in return.
March. So
June. What was that word that you said then?
that was a Freudian slip. Sorry.
This is so wrong.
Oh yeah.
I would expect MSK to make a petition like this, but you guys.
No, I expect Cole to make this. I expect MSK to sign this petition.
Oh, I signed it.
And promote it.
Okay.
That's freedom of speech. We gotta encourage freedom of speech. What are you talking about?
Cool,
Freedom
that's
It's not loading on my computer.
Oh no.
probably
It's not, the site is not loading.
I swear if it got taken down. No, it
Speaking
loaded.
of,
It's not allowed in your region.
It loaded for me. There we go.
well, speaking of free speech and people saying whatever they want, Johnny Ace turned on Vinnie Mac for those wrestling fans.
Uh-oh.
And if you want to know who that is, because you don't know, John Laurinaitis, the second in command at WWE when Vince McMahon was in charge, seemingly confirms Vince McMahon's allegations and says he is also a victim. So,
You know what's funny?
A victim.
I was rewatching the old segment where The Rock has Vince McMahon on his knees and he calls out Rikishi to kiss Rikishi's ass. And before that, he calls out Trish Stratus, who comes out. She pulls her pants halfway down, and he's like, "What are you waiting for, Vince? Go kiss that ass!" And he just waddles his way over to her. He looks super happy and shit. I'm like, this is a little too on the nose for me. I'm like, this kind of makes sense now.
well,
Oh,
if you
it's
think
so
it makes sense
disturbing.
now, just realize that every wrestler who's done an interview, who has found their voice in wrestling, their character in wrestling, they all say, I am myself, but turned up to 10. Okay.
Okay.
And
The Undertaker.
the
All right.
character that Vince McMahon played, the corporate Vince McMahon, was himself turned up to 10 in a cartoonish sense.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and all of the non-PG stuff they did back in the day, it
Probably some
kind
truth
of
to
reads
it.
like a roadmap to where he was
Just
and who he is.
imagine our shock.
dialed up to 10.
Yeah.
So
Another
it
good one is
shouldn't
when
be shocking to anybody.
Another good one is when Mr. America Hulk Hogan has him hooked up to a lie detector, and he's like, "Are you a sick, perverted freak, brother?" And he's like, "No." And the thing goes, "Ah." "Are you the biggest asshole walking God's green earth?" "Well, no." "Ah."
Oh my god, is that somebody's smoke detector battery being low? That's hilarious.
No, that's a lie detector test going off because Vince McMahon don't shut up.
So funny.
Anyway, yeah, because from what I understand, he participated in a lot of these so-called acts that they're all kind of like on blast about right now. So I think he's just trying to save his own ass, or at least, get his consequences dumbed down a little more than what's getting ready to happen to old
Well-
Vince over there.
Well, I don't. Okay, so if he did wrong things, hopefully he gets passed to pay and whatever. But it's not like, why weren't these people coming out during, like, I don't know, hashtag Me Too movement? They wait till 2024. Like that's my thing. Like, why are we waiting? Like, it's not like Vince. Like, if
Well-
the evidence is there, just come out. Like why are
Even
we
though
waiting?
the evidence is there, you can't blame the victims for not coming forward because, you call back to this Me Too movement. All of the Me Too movement had to do with hundreds of years of casting couches
Yeah.
going back, to the beginning of making movies. So, it's that nobody came out before then. They all knew. you could look back in hindsight at some of the jokes that Seth MacFarlane made, and everybody knew. They all knew, but nobody said anything. And that's because of the victim mentality. There's a phrase that goes around in Hollywood, and that phrase is, "You'll never work in this town again." And that'll keep a lot of people from doing the right thing because they don't want to open up a snake farm in Arizona, to make ends meet.
Well,
Well,
also,
and part of it is the marketing of accusations, right, Warren? To answer your question on that, I think some of these people, whether they are being truthful or not on the accusations of these people, they are timing these right as to when they know they'll get the most attention. Because what was happening before the new year, we were talking about Jonathan Majors, right? Jonathan Majors' discussion is now it's on hold. Now the new year is kicking off. We can talk about Vince McMahon. Before that, it was Johnny Depp, and before that, it was it was Harvey Weinstein. These things didn't all happen within the same time to get highlights and articles and news articles talking about it and getting their word out there. They all happened kind of separate, and I think part of these people are smart. I mean, they're stupid if they're accusing people and they have no actual evidence, and they're just being, they're doing this out of ill will and stuff, and they're trying to damage somebody's reputation for the sake of damaging it. But they're being smart in the regard of when they're timing to do it. So I don't think that just because it's being said later doesn't mean it didn't happen. But until they get their day in court, I can't say anything on the matter anyway, because I don't know what's going in that regard. But I think saying that, it seems a little fishy just because it happened in 2024, it really doesn't if you think about what they're trying to market.
And as far as the NDAs are concerned here, those NDAs can't stand legal muster. However, if you're presented with one, then you, on your own, if you don't have that kind of legal counsel, won't know that. A lot of these
you'll
people
think
don't
you're
know
going to
that.
get in more trouble.
Yeah, they're going to sue you into oblivion, like Disney sues people into oblivion for using their things, and they can keep you tied up in court and just kill you. They thought they could do that with the state of Florida. It didn't happen. But the point is, this right here is actually, those NDAs are an example of their abuse of power. So if you're trying to hide something that should not have taken place in the first place, so that will curtail a lot of people from speaking up. They just want it to go away. A lot of victims will tell you that. I don't want to remember it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to say his or her name. I just want them to go away. I want this to go away. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm okay with that. Again, I'm more of a person where I just need the evidence, because there's also the bad side of it, where maybe some of the allegations aren't even true. Maybe some people are just that. I'm not saying that Vince is a good guy, Nate. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
have
that
you
some of the
seen those text messages?
But have we seen human beings not lie? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
I mean, have you seen the history with Vince before, Warren?
I'm not saying Vince hasn't done stuff. I'm just saying
he's talking about other people.
I'm just saying we've also seen other people lie about this, like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know,
I'm not saying maybe some of the allegations aren't true too. We don't know.
Yeah.
We have to wait for the evidence.
I just want to draw a little comparison, since you want to go ahead and do that with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp wasn't under federal investigation for said allegations.
Right.
Vince McMahon is.
Not to mention, somebody here said it. There's just a trail of stuff, of scandals that have, just kind of happened along the way leading up to this point. Now, this is not the first time he's found himself in a scandal like this, dude. So,
not to mention, somebody involved has also claimed to be a victim.
Right.
So that means that he was involved with it. That confirms that something had happened along the lines of the allegations. So,
I mean,
I would like for you to take in everybody's account. And yes, he is protecting himself. He is protecting himself, but that's because he was involved.
Yeah.
So he will turn state's evidence.
I mean, dude,
because
there's literally stories about Vince McMahon possibly covering up murders to protect his wrestlers.
Oh yeah, like
So, I mean,
Jimmy Snuka, like yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the guy's a saint. I just got you have to, when you look at a case, you have to look at both perspectives. I'm not gonna write it off till I'm sure that he has bad stuff. I'm not saying the man's an angel. Never claimed that, never not owning that. I'm just saying there may be even some that are like, okay, no, this is not, we gotta throw this one out. That might happen.
Maybe we should put Vince McMahon on a lie detector test for real and just have Mr. America stand in front of him and grill him. Did you send those sick, perverted text messages, brother?
If his lawyer puts him on a lie detector during court, that'll be the worst advice his lawyer ever gave.
Did you cover up the murder that Superfly Jimmy Snuka committed?
I mean,
Well,
me
no.
personally, I hear that with Triple H in charge, from what my friend, because he watched wrestling, that it's much better when Triple H is there. So,
yeah, but will
I
he
think
be
it's
there?
gotten worse.
Will he be there any longer? You know, because he's part of the family. He may know some things. He's not implicated at all, but TKO may be looking to rid themselves of every single sordid connection to Vince McMahon.
So what? They're gonna Benoit his ass?
They might.
Like,
They might.
damn.
However, I know they got somebody new on the board of directors at TKO. Announced probably about the same time. They've appointed Mr. Connecticut to the board of directors.
Oh my god, that fucking picture.
For real? I don't
Wonderful.
know if I don't.
No, it's not. It's a joke.
Okay.
It's a joke.
Okay. I don't know anything. You know what? That's how easily you.
Damn it, you explained the joke!
You know what? That would be such a WWE thing to do, though.
That's
No,
why
it
like
would,
it sounds
honestly.
WWE to me. It
I
really
was
does
gonna
sound. It sounds like, oh, did they make a whole scene and things like that? You know, that's what I mean.
So
Well,
let's be
I was
honest,
like-
it would not be far-fetched.
I would not be shocked at all. And you know what? They would have a segment where he shows up with that mask, and they would totally try to downplay it, just to fuck with.
I'll be right back.
It'd be awesome
Like
if
it's completely normal.
they got a wrestler to walk like him down the ring as Mr. Connecticut.
I did the Vince McMahon walk when I graduated at my high school.
Oh.
Like that's how I walked up there to get my diploma. Oh god, I thought my uncle was gonna have a fucking baby in the audience. He was laughing his ass off.
If only one person laughs, you've done your job.
Yeah. Well, it was him and a few other people.
I'll
I
be
think
that
so,
person. You just honk a horn and
there's
I'll laugh.
there's a lot of
Don't
people.
try to fluff it up. It was just him.
There's a lot of people that understood what I was doing, and then a lot that did not understand.
Just one redneck in the 40th row falling out of his seat.
Hey, that's more laughs than MSK gets. And hey, when Nate's on when he's on MSK stream, he's the one that gets the most laughs. So
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just to tell you.
I'm also
Yep.
the one that starts the most conversations, apparently.
Exactly. Nuanced conversations with comedy. It's almost like that's what a show is for.
Yay.
Damn.
Oh man.
So yeah, they did actually get a new person on the board of directors, and that person is Dwayne Johnson. They were able
Oh,
to convince him
God.
to come back
No.
to the board of TKO before all of this came out, and they announced it with the Netflix deal that they have with Raw going to Monday Night Raw going to Netflix next year. So that and Dwayne Johnson being on the board of directors gives them something. Okay, if for some reason or another they have to get rid of Triple H, they've got somebody who with experience in wrestling, experience in business, experience in entertainment, and Dwayne Johnson
An inflated ego.
I knew it.
has another ace up his sleeve. Speaking of Johnny Ace, because he will undoubtedly do what he tried to do to Disney and take over
Be the center
WWE
of it. Yeah.
and be the center of it.
Does
Which
that mean that
brings
he'll be
us-
too busy to make more awful movies, and that's a godsend? That's a
I
good
knew-
thing, right?
I
Quite
knew
possible.
I knew Rosales was going to use this as a segue into this next thing. God, this had me so mad. I was watching this the other night live, and I was like, "Fuck you, fuck this show." I don't even think I
Wow.
want to watch Raw. I don't think I ever want to watch Raw again after this. Like, this is so dumb.
You think that The Rock interjected himself into WrestleMania because of his new position?
Yeah, you bet your ass I do.
See.
No,
Dwayne
that's
The Rock
okay.
Johnson appears set for WWE return in WrestleMania 40 Dream Match with Roman Reigns.
I will finish my match. I will finish my story, but not at WrestleMania. Fuck you.
It's okay if you don't want to watch Raw anymore. No one else is watching it now anyway.
I never thought I'd see the day where I could actually look at The Rock and get physically ill just from being disgusted. But yeah, that's. I'm
Have
at
you
that
seen
point
his
now.
movies?
Yeah.
Some of his movies are not that
Did you
bad,
see how
but
gassed
anyway.
he was walking up to the ring?
Yeah, he's so gassed he can't even talk. Like, my God.
So,
This is dumb.
I think bringing Rock in is TKO hedging their bets against future layoffs. I think more layoffs are going to come because of the situation. There's plenty of implications that other people knew about it and said nothing about it. So there's going to be some people in production that's going to go by the wayside. TKO and UFC have their own technical people they can plug in, so there's not going to be any stoppage there. But they are going to do their best to separate away from everything and try to keep this from going into trial. I think there's going to be a massive settlement, and nobody is going to see their day in court. But McMahon and all of his tendrils will be wiped clean from the company.
You know what's funny about this whole situation? Cody Rhodes once told CM Punk, "I am more CM Punk than CM Punk is."
Oh, he's
my
experiencing it now.
No bigger truth there, buddy, because they just buried you, like in front of the whole fucking world, man.
That's okay. And that's
Wow.
okay. You know why? Because he's getting his mortgage paid. And anybody who goes from another company to WWE is doing it for two reasons. One, you don't want to wrestle so hard anymore. Or two, you got bills.
And
Okay.
you're a sellout. You've sold your fucking soul to the devil. You stand there in another company preaching about how much you love this industry and how much you love this particular sport. And then you go to the opposite company that you swore up and down that you hated for years just
Which
to
one are
get
you
a
talking
fucking
about?
just to get a fucking paycheck. Fuck you. You're Mark. Like
He's talking about CM Punk.
I'm talking.
Oh,
I'm
well,
talking about him and
I mean,
Cody
yeah, that's
Rhodes.
called being a wrestler. You know, you have to
That's-
hype up one promotion. You know,
How
That's
many
not really being a
companies do you
hypocrite.
want out there? One?
I just want these wrestlers to make up their goddamn minds. Are they doing it for the love of wrestling or are they doing it for the money? Pick
Do
one.
you say that when you see the same drive-through person at a different restaurant? Make up
Yeah.
your mind. I don't want you to give me a Frosty. I want you giving me Big Macs. Get the hell back to the other company.
And they could be going
There's
to
no
those
such
other
thing as
places.
loyalty here.
Yeah, they could be going to those other places because, you know, hey, those other companies are treating them better, whatever, maybe financially or physically and other, you know, emotionally, all these other things. But then
Jade Cargill's got bills. CM
Yeah.
Punk's got bills. You know he's got bills.
And they
He's
they
definitely got medical
buried
bills.
Jade Cargill at the Rumble too. They hyped her ass up to be $1 million and they buried her ass too. Like
I would argue if an athlete is trying to say, especially wrestlers hyping up saying, hey, I do it because of my love for the sport, they're doing that to connect with their audience because that's a very underdog thing to say, and people love underdogs and they like to hear you know, that kind of inspirational sportsy speech, you know
I
what I mean?
agree.
So it's a good promotional thing to say, but it doesn't necessarily hold water. They don't
yeah,
necessarily
I was
believe
gonna
it.
say I agree, but when shit like this happens, all that talking you did just went out the window.
Oh, you mean while they were wrestlers? Promoting themselves as wrestlers and doing wrestling promos?
Like you spent
It's-
you,
Yeah.
you spent an entire year hyping up Cody Rhodes going back to WrestleMania, and then you completely undo it because you let this
CM Punk come
middle-aged
in.
you let this middle-aged out of shape fucking gorilla come in here and just
Cody
take over
was never
everything.
going to get. Cody was never going to get that title. That was just the carrot they brought forth. Just like Brock Lesnar was never going to sleep with that woman, or whoever it was that they alleged to do in the
Oh, yeah.
alleged.
But they'll put it
that
on
was
the
just the
Rock.
carrot.
But they'll put it on the Rock, a man who hasn't wrestled in a WWE ring since 2011. Come
To
on.
keep you from talking about Vince McMahon, yes, that's what they
Yeah.
want. They want the narrative to be The Rock and Cody
And-
Rhodes missing his turn, so that they can clean house and get rid of all the stuff quietly without anybody talking about the Vince McMahon stuff. That's the reason they did it. It's these are corporate moves. I see it from a helicopter point of view. I don't see it from stories. Sometimes business gets in the way of the story, and when you've got bills and you do like Cody Rhodes and Jade Cargill and everybody else, and eventually the Young Bucks, you're all going to go somewhere else. You're going to make that big money, stop it away, and then when your 4 years, 6 years is up, you're going to go back to AEW and be a hero there. So I think Cody Rhodes will be back at AEW eventually, and maybe if his contract isn't up and they renew it, maybe in about 2 to 3 years he'll get his chance to win that title.
And then
But
get booed out of the building.
Yeah, it'll be too late. It'll be too late. Last year, when he came back, that was the year it was supposed to happen. That was his timing for it. What are we doing here?
So
Sorry.
that's
Oh.
what we need. We need him to come in and fix things.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yes.
Ouch.
Chicken.
I just felt a great disturbance in the force looking at that.
Ugh,
It wasn't good.
man.
As if a bunch of 8-year-olds just cried
But
out in
that's-
unison.
That's a
Daddy,
great
no.
example of why they are doing what they're doing with The Rock and trying to get rid of it, because so many people are emotionally invested in the Vince McMahon Warren, case in point, that they want things to come out right. They want things to come out good. They want things to be okay. They want the old ways to be the old ways. But then you have like in the Benoit situation, where he cracks and on a Friday night, he murders his entire family. On Saturday, he calls his tag team partner and tells them that he's running late and he'll have to catch a later flight, and then kills himself that night. And nobody finds out until Monday that all of this has gone down. And that took a lot of people out of the wrestling bubble of enjoyment and love, because they cared for Benoit. He was one of the renegades that came from WCW,
Three
who
amigos.
brought those fans back. Is that your order, Kitty? I think that's your order.
It's not mine.
Your Uber salad is here. But they brought these fans over. They helped the transition from one dying company to another company. And all of that went out the wayside when that happens. It's brutal reality. And I don't think that was about the brutal reality. I think that was about Kitty getting up and making a sandwich for somebody.
Yeah.
But no, they don't want. TK doesn't want you focused on any of that. TK wants you focused on being mad about DC's Black Adam coming in and making it the Black Adam show. So that's what that's all about.
I won't watch another episode of Raw until that fucking mark goes away. Sorry. I was going to
Awesome.
buy WrestleMania this year too. Not doing that either.
It's only $5.99. There it
I
is.
don't care.
That's right.
That's $5.99 too much.
Only.
So speaking of complaints,
Oh God. Here we go.
I've had to change my whole viewpoint about this just because now I know there are more games coming out where he did record lines as Batman. So not Not upset
You're-
about this.
You're not upset that Batman was gay.
Wait, what?
So, Screen Rant says Suicide Squad killed the Justice League review. Not enough to save the day, and a lot of Twitter agrees with that. But unlike Screen Rant, just like Screen Rant, they hadn't played the game.
Absolutely.
Oh, they didn't play the game yet. Oh,
No,
just
nobody
like
got-
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
who
guys,
has?
like
because-
it.
while we're doing this topic, I'm actually playing the game right now as we speak. So
As well.
Fantastic.
You guys aren't playing
Unbelievable.
Pal World. God damn it.
I'm playing that too.
We're playing
At
that.
the same time.
We're playing the more popular game right now. Oh wait.
Wah, 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 wah. So a lot of people criticized it for the death of Bruce Wayne, the death of Batman in the game, because it was disrespectful to the actor. And one of the complaints I had seen was like, "You do know that he was gay. That is no way to treat a gay person. That is
Huh?
an execution of a gay man."
I'm
It's
just
gay
hearing about
hatred.
this.
Cringe.
And
I'm just-
the thing is like, so
Maybe
so
we
he,
should treat
But
So
see,
he was-
anyone good.
it's
That's the thing too. Kevin Conroy is Kevin Conroy. Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne. This is why. This is why.
acting.
This is why those people who say. A lot of people I've noticed been saying recently, like, "Oh my gosh, you just ruined my childhood." Like, you need to live in fucking reality. This is my
Absolutely.
childhood too, but you don't see me bitching and crying because Batman got his brains blown out. Because if anything, why aren't you complaining about the other Justice League members dying? And
Mhm.
it just goes back to the whole thing of
Because
some
they're
of
not
these-
Batman.
Some of these fans are Batman fans.
Can I have-
Absolutely.
They're not.
Can I ask
DC
the question?
fans. They only care about Batman.
The Batman, because the Batman that dies, isn't it in a different universe?
It's supposed to be the same Arkham Batman.
Yes, Arkham Batman.
It's the Arkham Batman, yeah. So technically connected to the animated series if we go based off of what Rocksteady said back in the day.
And if you look at the circumstances in which he died, you will know that Brainiac, spoilers, Brainiac was in control of the Justice League and could not be taken out of control. There was absolutely no way to reverse what he had done.
Yeah.
And I think it was mentioned earlier in the game by Flash that the only way to stop the Justice League would be to kill them. So
Yes.
there was absolutely no other choice but to execute that particular Batman in order to save the world.
I mean,
This is the problem with that particular complaint, though, because people on Twitter who haven't played the game or are sharing the clip without out of context information are not showing the fact that there is conversations before this that has already been led to not only the characters you're playing, but also to Wonder Woman and other characters displayed that these characters understand that this is the only way you can defeat Brainiac in his own game is that we have to die. And there's no context there. They don't have the context that probably Batman is allowing this. One, he's extremely beat up at this point in time, and also on top of that, he's been experimented on, and to boot, some side of Batman is still there. He's probably going to be perfectly fine with the idea of an understanding, which he already knew from a hologram projection before that this is what needed to happen. So this particular version of Batman, when he's in that state, is not going to fight back and prevent that. This is something that is going to be allowed to happen, which, by the way, after she shoots him, Harley literally says in the cutscene that this is probably what this,
Bruce would have
the
won.
old Batman would have totally been fine with this, which she's actually right. She's 100% right. But they also don't share that part of the cutscene too. That the cutscene that went viral over Twitter doesn't have any of the context to it whatsoever, and all the people that are complaining about it don't seem to care about that. They're upset that their Batman got killed. It's a big Batman bias that has been since the beginning. They showed this bias before the launch of Gotham Knights, and they're doing the same with this game. They have always shown this attitude, and it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. first they were mad because the Gotham Knights game wasn't within the Arkham universe and it wasn't their Batman. They didn't get to play their Batman. Now that they have it within their universe, they're not happy with that either. So it wouldn't matter which way you slice it. They wouldn't want to eat the pie.
And Joker's right. It's a lose-lose because someone came to my comments and Joker saw it talking about, oh, they should just made it a standalone game. Well, Gotham Knights was a standalone game, and you guys trashed it before it even came out. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't in this situation.
Absolutely.
That's why, honestly, I'd just be fine with DC taking a break from Batman games because Batman fans got enough content as is. Honestly, fuck Batman fans at this point. They ride Batman dick way too much. I love Batman, but like, they're like Spider-Man fans. They just ride their dick so much. It's like, come on, dude.
Just settle down. Settle down. Get over it.
Yeah, screw Batman.
This reminds me of this reminds me of the Superior Spider-Man, the whole killing Peter Parker and how it's like, come on, use your brain. It says that the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. So clearly, and what do the Suicide Squad do? They kill people. Like that's
yeah, but Warren, what people on Twitter will counteract that with is they'll say, "We understand what the title is, morons. We don't. That's not our problem. Our problem is how they disrespected the character and doing this and the way they approached it.
Disrespected the actor.
Their actual problem is they just don't want to see Batman die. They don't want to see this version of Batman die. And
all right,
that's the real answer.
Here's the thing about Harley Quinn and the way she did it. Okay, she prattled on and on about her big joke and her big line before she pops him in the head. Nothing she said was funny, and so the thing is, she's never been as funny as the Joker, and the Joker wouldn't have done it that way.
Thank you.
If it was something that she was going to enjoy doing, she may have used her mallet.
Right.
But there's no guarantee with the mallet, and she was trying to do what she was there to do, and that was to kill Batman.
Besides the fact that she's voiced by Tara Strong, not very good at all. Let's just talk about the fact that she also says in the game that she is not a sidekick. She's not merely a sidekick to me. She's actually her own girl and has her own jokes and punchlines. Sweetheart, you weren't funny on day one. I'm sorry. And yes, let's just get it out of the open. I would totally not do what she did. Killing Batman like that is far too easy. It's pathetic. It's a poor punchline without multiple layers. Mine would have been far more pizzazz and interesting intrigue, and I most certainly wouldn't have wasted a bullet on his ass. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Her joke wasn't
beautiful
even funny.
Flip Rosales, take down the Toms.
And Joker's correct. Joker's correct because Harley gave him mercy. Joker would have literally not even took a crowbar. He probably would have took a purple dildo and beat Batman with it.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm telling you, Joker.
Get me one of those.
You can't get over the fact that Batman was gay, can you?
I mean, I'm fine with it. But look at what Joker did to Jason Todd. Look at this little boy. What do you think he's going to do to Batman, a grown man?
I killed Jason Todd and the fool still came back.
Well, magic. Things happen.
Right.
This is
I just think overall, Batman fans got to get over it. Arkham Batman isn't the only Batman in existence. You have a comic Batman. There's animated Batman. There's many different Batman adaptations. This isn't like Insomniac Spider-Man. As of recent, I don't like how Peter Parker's being treated. I feel like he's getting cut just to prop up Miles. I don't hate Miles, but Insomniac is currently making him weak to make Miles seem stronger in the new game franchise. I don't think it's going to end good with him. I think he's going to get cucked even more. But there's other
die. I'm just being honest.
Marvel's been really good about doing that with their characters since day one. I mean, they did that. They, they made certain to prop up their certain, I won't name names, but certain female characters that weren't that strong to begin with. To prop them up.
You don't want to say the word.
They made the villain
you don't
really
want to say
weak during
MCU.
the fight. I'm not saying those words. I'm just saying they have some merit to what they're saying. I don't agree with the whole MCU thing, but there is some merit to what they're saying as far as the writing goes.
Oh, you mean Flatblad Larson? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice,
Flatblad Larson.
nice.
God, you know this shit though kind of reminds me of this.
No
Okay, what about
spoilers.
this, but
Or making Carol Danvers like more powerful, that against stuff like that. Carol Danvers, by the way, Carol Danvers, a character that nobody liked in the first place. They've pushing down our throats. We didn't like her in the comic books. Even as the readers, we didn't like her in the comic books. She's in the movie, and we gotta find a way to make her look way more powerful against somebody like Thanos. Okay.
But here's the thing: I find it interesting. Maybe you guys don't find it interesting, but I find it interesting that well before Marvel ruined the movies with their stuff that they're pushing forward, they ruined the comic books. All of this stuff that they're doing now is based on the comic books that they did here, 10 years ago, because they'd always planned to go this direction. They always planned on being this. This was their grand scheme. And so that's why they had comic books that didn't sell, that they're basing movies and TV shows off of, because they want to be able to say with honesty and truth to all the comic book fans out there that we are sticking to the lore. This is what happened in the comic books. This is comic book accurate. Women are better than men.
yeah, I just wanted to show this. Do you remember this game, Joker?
Oh God, yes. I love this game.
Yeah. So
I
remember
do.
when everybody was so pissed because they couldn't actually do any finishers because they are protective of their DC characters?
Mhm.
So that's just what I find so funny. Now we get that with characters dying in this game, and people are upset
Right.
about it.
You can't kill Batman in that game. I won't play it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And then this is the thing: these same people played Injustice, right? And Injustice, in my opinion, like I understand it's an evil Superman story. I don't like seeing Superman be evil all the time, but I wasn't crying about it. But Batman fans loved it because their Batman was a hero of the story. Now in this game, their Batman is now a villain, which I kind of figured was always going to happen because Batman fans don't care when Superman becomes evil. They love it. They hate it when Batman does it. And I'm just like, you know what? Now you know how we feel. Now I don't think it's bad that Batman is evil. I think it's okay to show an evil Batman sometime. Isn't there? What's that comic with that the Joker, the Batman who kills? Right. A lot of people, as I've seen as of recent, they like that version of Batman, and he's evil. They didn't explain it very well why he's evil, but he's evil. Goes across the multiverse, killing people.
Oh, you mean the
Well, to
Batman
add
who
on
lied?
to that,
The Batman
to
who
add
lied,
on to that, K-Dot, what you just said, it really, we're playing the game from a villain's point of view. Even
Right.
if he's not possessed by Brainiac, wouldn't villains see Batman as the villain?
Right.
And see, that's my problem with their whole argument. They'll throw the whole argument is, well, he shouldn't have died this way, and this is disrespectful, and all this. And then we get to the fact that the people would make an excuse. Well, he's possessed by. Yeah, I get that, but even by a standpoint of you playing the entire thing, and the entire game is a perspective from the villain's side. It's very much like, yeah, I love these heroes, but I totally see where they're coming from. That's exactly how they would approach it.
Yes, of course, absolutely. However, there comes a time when we must return to good quality murders.
Good quality murders.
And to go what you said, Rosales, about the whole thing in general, talking about that Marvel was always doing this, it reminds me of the same argument with George Lucas with Star Wars. When people say, "Oh, Star Wars is bad now," it's Disney's ran it into the ground. I was like, George Lucas didn't run it into the ground with the prequels? What are you talking about? It was already bad before Disney got a hold of it. Disney just tried to find a way to get it back on track, and they got it off onto another wrong track again. You know what I mean?
Those prequels did not launch 1,000 careers like they should have.
Right.
They almost made waiters out of all.
And hey, we can't say that Ewan McGregor it launched his career because he already had a career before that.
Well, hello there, General Kenobi. Nobody's going to General Kenobi me. That's fine.
You are a bold one.
Kiss my butt.
I
So
had to feed my cat.
you had to feed your cats. Did you
Yeah.
feed any of your Pokemon? I mean, pals?
No, I have not. I haven't been back into Power World in a while.
You jump into Pal World, they're
You
all
guys-
dead.
You guys
Orb
get
says
Pal
that
World, and
Pal
we get
World is the
Pixelated.
Pokemon game I've wanted since 1999.
Peak slavery.
Not wrong.
That's why it's successful.
There you go.
It's the
So-
Pokemon
Exactly
game
it.
that I've wanted for like 10 years.
and Nintendo is actively trying to destroy it. That is-
Well, they're looking
funny.
into it. They're looking into it. And the thing is that just like WWE when WCW came out, I got distracted. I got
Yeah.
distracted by Kiss My
By
Titans.
that.
oh
yes.
no!
I could-
Stop! No, we are not bringing that back. Stop it.
He brought
Oh.
it back. He did.
So WCW made WWE a better product because of the competition. And that's my only concern with wrestling is that if you get rid of all of the competition and you stop watching something for whatever reason, you know, a black man showed up on TV, I'm not going to watch it no more. Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
And even in Black History Month, my goodness,
I mean, it's
you
Samoan, not black.
Oh,
All right.
it's possible that Pal World will make Pokemon and Nintendo up their game a little bit and make better
Yeah.
games.
Absolutely. Just in the way that we were talking about this, about the, game companies making things that are inspired by these other games and encouraging these other game companies that have been kind of complacent and lazy with their original creations that have been so big for so long. I mean, people threw a fit about Baldur's Gate 3. Remember, you had developers complaining about this shouldn't be the standard and people shouldn't have it in their minds. And I'm like, what? That we actually have good, complete, full games that have
Well, they
great
did.
narratives, great
They
voice
did.
acting, and good gameplay? God forbid.
Well, they did the exact same thing when Elden Ring won Game of the Year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Baldur's
so-
Gate, I couldn't bear it.
How dare you?
I have yet.
All right,
I
you
have
get
yet.
one.
I have yet to participate in that sinful act. No.
Kitty, do you know about Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, I know about a bear. Bear sex.
I
She
know
does-
about a bear. She knows
she
about
does-
all the controversy, not
she,
the.
she, does, she knows it about.
Yeah.
She knows about the bear fucking simulation.
Yeah.
He knows about McDonald's though too.
Hey, boo boo.
Mm.
I mean, what was it?
Why
Did
don't
they
you lean
consent
against
at
that
least?
table?
I don't know. Like it's weird to me because I remember back when Elden Ring won Game of the Year and was still pretty hot. It is still hot actually. I can't wait for the DLC. But I think Neil Druckmann, the lead creator
Oh,
behind The
God.
Last of Us, yeah, I know. He said something similar, kind of like what Nintendo was saying. Going forward, we're gonna try and he said something about not exactly copying what Elden Ring was doing, but just taking inspiration from what Elden Ring was doing. I'm like, if you do that with The Last of Us, I'm not buying that shit. Sorry.
Basically,
I mean,
we're
they
going
might
to
as
put
well. Now I
more
can hear the
impact
music.
in our gameplay and have some weight and longevity to the gameplay besides hiding behind cover and throwing things. Yeah, that would be nice.
There is a reason why Neil Druckmann has officially been dubbed Neil Cuckman. That's because that's what he is.
Well,
He's
let's
fucking
be
Cuck.
honest, guys. Let's be honest. As much as you guys like to, PlayStation fanboys will talk about, well, they have games. Well, yes, you do. You just all have the same game. You have the game where we're walking simulators that are beautiful to look at, mind you, but you're all over the shoulder, third-person walking simulators. They did it with God of War. And let's be honest, Druckmann's the worst at it. God of War, I'll give some credit, but he is the worst at it because what he's conned you guys into is paying $60 for a game that is essentially a movie that he couldn't get lifted script-wise off the ground in Hollywood. No one wanted to accept him to be a Hollywood director.
He wants to make movies, not video
Yes.
games.
That's why he's in that, because it's
Pretty
the only
shitty
company
movies.
That's
that
why
can accept him.
when The Last of Us first came out, like 2013, I think.
Yeah, this is 2013.
I remember my friend got it, and we would go to his house, like in the first couple weeks when it was cool, and just play it. But I didn't like playing it. I liked watching it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a story.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you know why it blew up though? It's because it was the peak era of Let's Plays with people watching them, right? A lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
didn't even play the actual game. They just watched it online. So they didn't understand how just bland the gameplay was and how broken it all was.
The story
how-
was what they were around for.
Yes,
I
and
feel like
also
I've
the
played
story
it. I
is just
haven't played it.
Yeah, and also
Right.
the story has just like been done a million times too. It's just like people, were trying to like. It was also an era kind of like with comic book fans at one point of like the Dark Knight and stuff, where they wanted to be respected more. So they're like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is sort of like a movie." So yeah, this is so amazing. But the actual story and everything in it though, and all the messages and stuff are pretty cliche, and they've been done to death for like decades and decades in gaming before. It's just nobody played games,
It's
like
new for gaming, not new for storytelling and film.
yeah, it's just nobody has played all the
I-
the classics.
Yeah, but until people start listening, they're going to keep preaching the same old story over and over again.
Well, I was gonna
Man
say,
bad,
I
woman good.
have never.
But just
Oh wow!
listen, okay?
I-
Just get the message.
I have never really gotten the whole console war thing. For me, I'm just a console gamer that happens to own a PlayStation. I don't sit down and play just exclusives. I mean, I could literally name off a lot of the shit I have behind me. I got Elden Ring, I got Guardians of the Galaxy, I got games like a Plague Tale Requiem. So I have a pretty good catalog. I'm not just sitting here sucking off PlayStation and their exclusives. I think people have really forgotten what it means to be a gamer first. Because
Do you play games?
yes, I play all kinds of games.
Well, the question here's the question: how many of the games that we play are actual games, though? Because are they
Right.
games now? Because modern gaming has taken the gaming narrative and said, "Hey, we're making movies now, but how much of it do you actually play? Percentage-wise, are you playing 20%? The other 80% is you're watching it. That's not a game to me. They have missed the point of what gameplay is. If you
That's
don't
a
have
kind-
good gameplay, no one's going to come back to your game.
Well,
You
that's
know?
because
Yeah,
they're
it's like
trying
there's
to
no replay.
bridge the gap between cinema and gameplay. They want to create that all-encompassing, unattainable
Art
goal of cinema that you control. Okay, if in order to do that, you'll have to do something like The Purge.
Yeah.
it's
That's
funny.
right.
Everybody
My,
wants to do that.
That's
when
like
my
even for me with Spider-Man 2, right? I liked the game, thought the story was good, but after you beat the game, mind you, after you beat a lot of games, there's really not much to do. But there's absolutely nothing to do. You do the same three crimes and you web swing. You can do this for about an hour and then you're done with the game. Games like those fighter games, they have longevity. Games like the Grand Theft Auto Online surprisingly got more longevity than games like Spider-Man, God of War Ragnarok. And even God of War Ragnarok, I contemplated getting it, but I was like, I only like watching the boss battles in this game. And even then, those boss battles are more scripted like a film.
Yeah,
than
do
it is
something
the actual
cutscene.
gameplay.
Cutscene, yeah.
Absolutely scripted.
Anybody
You know,
remember
it-
Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's
Damn.
Lair was
I
fun.
left the silence for that. No.
Dragon's
it-
Lair was
animated
a
by Don
cartoon.
Bluth.
Yeah,
It-
Don Bluth animated a cartoon video game. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but made a cartoon video game where you got to choose which direction this character got to go, and it animated its stats and everything else along with that. And that is the precursor to all of your, what do they call that?
Story
Quick time
games.
events.
you talking about the
in
Telltale
video
game?
games. It predates all of them. It was back when I was a kid, dropping 50 cents into a machine.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Back when gamers hung out with other gamers.
And mind
In
you,
real life?
that game it
Without
was an
sponsors.
experiment from artists making trying a new idea with the game, but it wasn't their intent to make all games that. And
Right.
unfortunately, I think the majority of next gen and last gen gaming has all become that. Like
Yeah,
everybody
it's
wants to
sad.
copy after each other on that narrative structure and tons of cutscenes. I mean, Kojima's made an entire career out of making that garbage. So
Isn't that Death Stranding? Isn't that just all cutscenes?
it's well, let's just say that's a prime example of a game that has beautiful cutscenes. You don't know what the hell is happening, no matter how hard you try. But the
pretty.
gameplay, yeah, it's pretty. Oh, shiny things. But the gameplay is so bad. It is. I why do I want to run around doing an Amazon delivery in the post-apocalypse with babies and pouches and stuff? Like what?
Joker.
I'm gonna get around to playing it again just because Cole has been bugging the shit.
you
out
see
of me to
that?
play
See,
it.
that's a good version of something like that.
A good well in Gears of War, like when Last of Us came out, people were talking about, well, the gameplay's not all inspired, but because it's a cover shooter. Yeah, because Gears of War and other games did it better. They had a narrative, but they also focused on the gameplay being fun.
Yeah, you want to know how bad it is? I want you to talk to every person, all right, who thinks like The Last of Us Part 2 is some sort of masterpiece, and I want you to just ask them, hey, have you ever played Earthbound? And most of them will say, wait, what's that?
I play
One of the
it
most
like, dude,
valuable cartridges, dude.
like, dude, I play shit like this when I'm not on camera. Like, dude,
Yeah.
Great game.
gamer first, not a console fanboy.
Right.
Gamer.
Right.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm kind of glad that that PlayStation fans cannot get access to Power World, so that's also dope.
You know, when I get a PC, I'm definitely going to check it out. There's a list of games I really want to check out, but I don't want to get. I could take the cheap way out and get an Xbox, but stuff like Starfield, I want to play that on a PC, man. Like, I want to check that shit out on there.
We got
It's not much better on a PC.
I would say just at least get Game Pass, so if you're going to
Man.
get games from there on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't
Well,
you go play a
just,
good
it's
game
just
on
boring
PC,
in 60
not
frames per
Starfield?
second.
Well, I need a PC for other things too, so it's not just gaming. You know, I need it for
Right.
video editing and, you know, a bunch of
So
other stuff.
what are you doing this on a Chromebook?
I'm doing it on my phone. I have a laptop.
That's
and a
what we
phone.
ask Rosales when he plays Fortnite with us and he's glitching. We say, "What are you playing this on a Chromebook?"
Dude, every single
had-
video I have is
I found
edited
out I
with
had
my
8
phone.
megabytes of RAM on my computer.
pretty good.
I still want
Megabytes
a
of RAM.
I still want a PC. It's definitely it. But I've got an Xbox now. I have an Xbox and a PlayStation, and yeah, that's how I got to play Power World. So
She's all hoity-toity.
I know that the PC players on Power World are having a lot better time than the Xbox players.
When are you going to
but-
start joining leagues?
Here's what I'll give it. Here's why I like playing on an Xbox. At least I know when my patches come out, they're finished and it won't brick my console because legally that's what they have to do in console releases.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I play it on PC, I have all kinds of technical problems. And this is the problem with PC players is you got to update this and mess with drives here, and one update could screw up your entire experience of gaming, and that's just not. I don't like playing games like that. I want to boot up the thing and
Just,
play.
can we
so.
just that's what it was. It was like my husband's just now started playing games again
game.
as well.
Yeah.
And he also he's been overwhelmed by the newness of, and this is they're still consoles, so it's still the easiest form of gaming, but he's actually been a bit overwhelmed with the process of just, wow, I can't just put this game in here
Right.
and play. This is
Right.
not how this works anymore, because he hasn't
Right.
played in about 10 years.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
what makes me laugh when people say PC Master Race, and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, put this new game that came out this weekend and tell me how quickly you boot up compared to my Series X.
So let me just answer this for Brian
this
real quick. Is he say yes? Our Chromebook's bad. Not if you want a browser, web browser, with the screen and keyboard.
Yeah.
That's what a Chromebook is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even
Yeah.
a cell phone with a screen.
Yeah, your
and
phone
keyboard.
phone is probably better than a Chromebook.
Yeah.
I have one,
So-
unfortunately. This is why I have an
The
Asus
only computer-
and other stuff in here.
The only computer I use constantly, it's an Acer laptop. That's all it is. So. It's only really
Only
great
if you
for
want performance.
what I'm doing. That's about it.
So what was it you were holding up there, Nate?
No, I just showed a couple games. I held up Assassin's Creed 4 and Batman Arkham Knight.
He showed
mean-
games that have good narratives, but also have actual thing called gameplay. You know,
Right.
because game and play should be
Mhm.
should be the main
thing.
things of when you develop a game.
Don't get
No,
me
they
wrong.
had the Prince of Persia.
Don't get me wrong. I like
Mm.
The Last of Us series
The
for its
old one.
gameplay, but the thing is, those cutscenes are long and drawn out. And dude, sometimes when you're watching them, you want to fall asleep. You're just like, holy shit! Like, hurry up! I
You
want to get back
done?
to playing
Can
the
we
game.
skip? Yeah.
Which game?
The Last of Us, like both of them.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, because
it's-
once you've seen, it's a very simple story. Once you've seen it, you don't. There's really no reason to go back. It's not like Donnie Darko where you need to watch it 3
dude.
times to figure it all out. Like, who
No,
cares?
some of my favorite sequences from part 2 are when I'm just sneaking through the grass and just slowly making my way
Doing
around
stuff?
people and just stabbing them in the back, or a huge firefight breaks out and I got a bunch of ammo to just waste.
Yeah.
Moments like that I live for in my games. I don't
It's
want
the
to
murders. It's the murders that turn you on. That's what it is.
if I want to as someone
Me
who
too.
as someone who is trying to be a movie critic, if I want to watch a movie, I'll go to the fucking movie theater to watch a movie, not sit here in front of my PlayStation 5 and
Right.
participate in
Can
my
I
games.
ask? Did you guys watch? You see, I'm even in it. Did you guys ever play Detroit Become Human?
I
That
did.
was another one that
Oh,
was
God,
very good
yeah.
on
Yeah.
streaming. But I know that is a story game,
Yes.
right?
It is very
Right.
story heavy.
But so there is a genre of story game. I can accept that.
Well, the point and click
But-
adventure detective stuff and yeah, exactly. Stuff like that, which is very much like a prettier version of what like the The Walking Dead, Telltale games or whatnot, all the Telltale games really. But if you're gonna play that, I feel like Telltale there's a particular genre you're looking for, you want to play those story point and click adventure, choose your own dialogue games. Telltale does a better job of it. It just depends on what you like at that point in time, but
Yeah, don't try and make it a different kind of game. Then don't pretend there's
Right.
gameplay when actually
Yeah.
the center of it is the story.
Yeah,
and point and
I'm
click
a
adventure
fan.
games are things from back in the day. Rosales will tell you they've existed since.
I
I'm
will
a fan
say
of the simple games with simple stories. One of my favorite games had a really simple story. Oh no, a gorilla stole the woman. Somebody call a plumber.
I will say there are games like this, they do have an audience, and I can sit here and respect that. These games are
Mhm.
definitely not for everybody, and there are games like this that I have
Oh
enjoyed.
wait, are you holding
So-
up The Walking Dead there? Because that's actually a good version of that too.
Yeah. There are games like this that I have enjoyed for their narratives. I've played Heavy Rain. I've played Beyond Two Souls. I've played Detroit Become Human. I'll probably play Star Wars Eclipse when it comes out because that's being made by Quantic Dream as well. So, some of these are not bad games. It's just they verge that line between being a movie and being a game because you feel like you're just watching one extended cutscene, more or less.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's really the only big turnoff for games like that.
So I got the Play Pass for my son, so that he could play Pal World, and he's given up on it after a week and is now playing Monster Hunter
Are you for real?
Damn.
because
Are
it's
you
available.
for real?
I'm for
That
real.
Please
is
tell me.
awesome.
Yeah.
It
that's
is early access, so things can
Mhm.
change and they could add new
Yeah.
stuff to it. And I also wanted to segue out of gaming to another type of game. We've got a game to play today. It's called Florida Man, Not Florida Man.
Is it a guessing game?
awesome.
It is
Yes.
a guessing game. You will
Yes.
guess by the headline whether or not it was a Florida man or it was not a Florida man.
Well, we all
So-
know the joke. It
So-
only happens in Florida.
So let's take this as an example. Okay. Man with blank tattoo on forehead arrested for misuse of 911 marijuana possession. And as you can see on the screen, we have blocked out every indication of where this person might be from,
Hmm.
except possibly the tattoo on his forehead. Anybody see what
the
that is?
hell?
I don't know the stage shapes, guys. So
Oh, you don't know the stage shapes?
Mhm.
Well,
Florida.
let me clue you in because that is a man with a Florida tattoo on his forehead from Florida. Florida man.
Then surely he must be from Florida.
Yes,
He really loves
this
it.
story comes out of Florida, and that's my example. So the next one will be where the game starts, and you'll
Okay.
get to choose. Blank man steals large Snoop Dogg bobblehead from Mexican restaurant. K. Dot, what do you think?
It's a Snoop Dogg bobblehead. Everybody's got to have one of those. Come on.
Well, hopefully he doesn't Hopefully he respects it and doesn't do nothing weird to it.
Oh,
But is it
why
a
are you gonna
Florida
bring
man?
that up? I was okay. Jeez.
Because there are people out there that will do that.
Yeah, Snoop. Yeah.
Hopefully
Oh,
he's
no.
Will definitely tickle my pickle.
All right.
But is it Florida or is it somebody else?
I feel like it happened in California.
You feel like it happened in California.
Yeah,
Detroit.
LA specifically.
Detroit.
Warren says Detroit. Gray says that's America's wings. Oh, Florida. I see.
While I can say this
Not
sounds like a
Florida,
story that would come out of Florida, I'm gonna say this did not happen in Florida.
Kitty, what do you
Yeah.
think?
I don't get Florida vibes. No.
You don't get Florida vibes from this? And Cole?
I'll just go Florida, but the problem is it could be anywhere because it's a Snoop Dogg bobblehead. Who would not want that?
It's true. I can
It's
get
a
one at my
si-
local Walmart right
Wait,
now.
I changed my answer. It's Texas.
It's
It's
not
Texas.
just it's not just a Snoop Dogg bobblehead. It's a Snoop Dogg bobblehead inside a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, that adds.
That
to it.
was a Florida man.
Oh, how could you all be so wrong?
I could have swore it was Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. The restaurant was a giveaway.
I get that.
Oh yeah, I guess.
All right. So next up, we have blank man arrested for allegedly shooting 40 plus business car windows in multiple cities. More arrests expected.
You could just say, hey.
that,
Sorry.
that
K
that's
Dot.
a
Let's start with K Dot over here. Was this a Florida man arrested for shooting 40 businesses?
Ugh. Probably Texas.
Probably Texas.
It's Wild West out there.
Oh, yeah, it is. Everybody loves their guns in Texas. Warren.
Oh,
Warren.
my turn?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Mhm.
This looks like well, Florida, since it's I'm just gonna say Florida.
Joker, what do you say?
Well, I was gonna say Gotham City because it sounds like this happened literally last night, but I'm willing to bet where Warren lives it happened in New York City, so no, not Florida.
Nate.
I would probably say somewhere like Texas. I would say Detroit, but I don't know. I feel like this sounds like something somebody in Texas would do. I don't know.
Kitty?
I don't know about where I think that this comes from, but I don't feel Florida with it. It seems more Gotham than Florida.
More Gotham.
It's not
You
goofy
should
enough.
live here.
Cole? What do you think?
I mean, I probably have to agree with Joker. It's probably somewhere like New York. I mean, if it was Florida, man, I would think it would just be like somebody on drugs who just like hits one with like a crowbar.
Yeah.
Now, if I see a story about someone throwing a gator through a window, that's definitely Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I would talk more about this, but my lawyer said I'm not allowed to say a thing.
This was an Oklahoma man.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, okay.
Oklahoma man did this. Blank sentenced
Lord.
to 30 months for stealing sports camp tuition to pay for vacations and gambling. Blank convicted of stealing sports camp tuition from hundreds of families and spending the money on plastic surgery, vacations, and gambling has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison.
Well, here's the crime.
Hmm.
That
Hey,
sounds
Dot, is that a
Plastic
smart
surgery.
Florida man?
smart Florida man.
Sports camp tuition to pay for vacations, gambling. Sounds like a New Yorker. Sounds like something a New Yorker would do.
Sounds like a Yankee. No,
Warren, who's stealing this? Is it Florida man or somebody else?
Somebody else, like
Gray
a
says
Vegas
that's a
guy.
Florida guy. That's a Vegas guy. Ooh, Vegas, interesting. Tim, what do you think?
You know, I was just about to say that sounds very Vegas, but you know, I'm going to go 100% Florida. Florida and Vegas, Miami and Vegas are very similar. They both have some skeezy people. I'm saying Florida.
Nate? What do you say?
Bob Iger on a regular Tuesday, man. Come on. I'm gonna say California, man. I don't know. Something about stealing tuition to go on vacations and pay for gambling. That sounds like a California man.
Sounds like every Hollywood star.
That's not a Florida man. That's a D-list actor.
That's what Lori Loughlin did.
For me, it's the plastic surgery that made me think of California. So
Yeah.
It's Danny Bonaducci, everybody. Run for your
Miami
lives.
is big about plastic surgery. I'm just saying, that's a clue.
Look, he looks just like
okay,
he did
yeah,
when
that
he was
is
on
it.
Charles
Could
in
be,
Charge.
yeah. And the name seems like it's small enough to be Miami.
There you go. Cole, what do you think?
I mean, I feel like Vegas is too easy of an answer, but I also don't think it's Florida man, so I don't know, just something else.
Okay.
See?
It was a Florida man.
Oh, damn.
Right?
Nice. I know my criminals, I told you.
There you go. Blank man driving stolen vehicle caught with rattlesnake, uranium, whiskey, and firearm, police say.
No, this is totally.
That's a Florida man.
Hey, Dot.
That's a Florida man.
Yes.
Creating a super snake.
Honestly, this could be Texas.
Stephen Jennings
But I think it could be. It's either Texas, Florida, Detroit, or even.
I think it's Texas.
Wait a minute. So a rattlesnake, uranium, whiskey, and a firearm. So,
It's New Mexico.
People are giggling. What's legal in Texas? Let's see.
Uranium?
You
What's
read
the
underneath.
context of that?
He was making a super snake. You see?
Yes.
Is
That's
this
why it's
was
got-
this like the with like a Back to the Future
no,
sequel?
he's making the Texas rattlesnake. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
They were
man.
taking the plutonium from the Iranians again.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
I thought I was under the impression I was a Texas man, not a Florida man. What kind of bullshit is this? What? I said, what is this? What?
Warren, what do you think?
Florida man.
Florida man. Joker, what do you think?
If I go based off the footage she has in the background of her TV, I'm gonna say Florida. But this sounds like every Texan man I've ever seen and known on the weekends doing just something for fun. Yeah,
I told you about that uranium one time.
Yeah, it's very familiar. I'm from Texas, so this is kind of scary, familiar for me. But
I'm gonna go with Florida.
Nate,
I'm gonna go with Florida too. Just from the headline, and not to mention just the news reporter. She looks like someone that would be employed as a news reporter in
Yeah,
Florida.
that's true.
she looks very surprised.
She looks shocked.
Why
She's
would
like,
you be
she's
surprised
looking
if
at,
it was Florida.
she-
though?
she's looking at the camera like, I know, I can't believe this shit either.
I'm
Yeah,
always
but
amazed by
Florida.
when reporters in Gotham City always have a shocked look on their face. Like this doesn't happen every hour of every day.
Yeah,
Bryce
I don't
says
know.
it's
Maybe I'll
Texas.
go with Brian and I'll say Texas.
Cole, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Texas, and this also looks like the type of thing that would be like recorded during a chase.
No, you could see it's actually like a
chase?
police.
anyone
it's
in
a police
particular?
thing. Like they stopped him.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
avoided
exactly.
the speed bumps with all that uranium.
Show us.
In
It's
Oklahoma.
What?
What the hell, Oklahoma?
Excuse
We need a
me?
stereotype for you. God, I
What
didn't
is
know
going
that.
on over there in Oklahoma? I thought the only thing they had to worry about was tornadoes, but no, now they have to worry about guys trying to make super snakes. What the hell?
Super
Saw it in a comic book.
Dad, where'd you get this
Hell
idea?
no.
Superman #4.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with us no more. Court docs say a blank man killed noodling partner over Bigfoot fears.
Florida. He killed him over Bigfoot.
What the?
His noodling partner. His noodling partner.
Who the fuck has a noodling partner?
I was gonna say, let's get back to
What
the
is-
noodling. I was
what is
confused by
noodling?
what he said.
What's
All right.
noodling?
Noodling is when you take your hand and you stick it into a hole,
Don't finish that sentence.
and you wait for a big giant catfish to bite your hand like it's
Okay.
food, and then you pull it out. And you have a partner if you have to stick your head in the hole. You have to, now your partner's going to hold your legs. And when you kick, your partner's
Okay.
going to pull them out.
Cole's very familiar with these holes. It's the same holes that you'll find in public restrooms.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with it.
It's also
I
very
was like-
popular in San Francisco. Gray
Yeah.
says,
Not
not
Florida.
Florida. Gray says more of an LA thing. Wah, wah, wah. I just made that joke.
I
K-Dot?
don't think anyone's noodling in LA.
I'm gonna say Iowa.
You think Iowa's big for noodling, you think?
There's a
Uh,
certain glory to noodling.
Warren saying Iowa.
Warren, what do you say? Awesome. Joker?
Iowa.
I'm gonna say Florida.
I'm gonna go.
Christ.
I'm gonna go with Sweet Home Alabama.
So nobody's
Okay.
saying Florida, huh?
No, I think Joker said Florida.
I'm
No.
the
I'll
only
say-
one that's for
Okay.
Florida so far.
I'll say
Yeah.
Florida.
I'm gonna say like Washington because that's where most of the Bigfoot sightings are.
Take a,
Okay.
yeah, you are
Let's
right.
see.
That man doesn't look like he should be afraid of Bigfoot.
This man had a
Yeah, that's actually that Bigfoot. Yeah.
this man had a psychotic breakdown like Benoit over fears of Bigfoot. What the fuck?
While noodling. No, I ain't pulling you out. I ain't pulling you out. I'm telling you right now. You're
I'm not
staying
pulling
in
you
there
out.
till we settle this Bigfoot thing.
In fact, I'm gonna leave you in there and you're gonna drown. I
That
don't
boy
like
ain't
that
right.
Bigfoot.
Oklahoma.
Oh, God.
Oklahoma.
I was gonna say Oklahoma again.
Well, all of you said it wasn't Florida, so you win. You know, that's the best part about it. But this is Florida, not Florida.
Okay, you know what? It's official. Oklahoma is the new Florida. Here we go.
Rosales, you need to get that clip of Steve Martin from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels doing the Oklahoma.
Oh,
dance.
that is
just for that
great.
reason. Whenever you hear some weird Oklahoma story on your show.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Blank man pulled gun at Starbucks over cream cheese.
That's a Florida man.
Please,
Yeah.
yeah. wants to be Florida. Can we have a Florida one, please?
Excuse me?
This has to be Florida, man.
That's
This is
gotta
so
be Florida.
K-Dot, you feeling Florida for this one? Awesome.
K-Dot?
Warren?
Florida.
He's still gone.
No, cream cheese. Philadelphia.
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 And Joker, what do you say?
Oh my, Starbucks, Florida. Is it very popular in Florida? Why not? Let's go with Florida. The cream cheese complaint seems like a very white man thing to do, so...
Basic white bitch thing to do.
Let's see. Ooh, not Florida, New York. Florida man prefers pumpkin or Dunkin'.
I guess it's true, but you never know.
Never know. Let's take a look.
Please. Just
Yeah.
Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida
Thank
man.
you.
Yeah.
Anytime it's pulling a gun, it has to be Florida.
Nothing is more Florida than Kenny from The Walking Dead pulling a gun on a guy and saying, "I wanted fucking cream cheese."
Blank man sentenced to 30 years in atomic wedgie case. A McLeod man accused of fighting with his stepfather and killing him with an atomic wedgie?
What?
He pulled his
Wow.
underwear over his head.
And then killed him with it.
That's an atomic wedgie right there.
Yeah.
That
No,
that guy had some deep rooted like traumatic experience.
Yeah, no, this has to be
Never
like
killed a
Alabama.
man with a
This is
wedgie.
Alabama. This has to be.
This had to be
Killing a man
boxers.
with a wedgie is quite fun. I recommend.
Oh
You would know all
no,
about it, would you?
I'm a prophet. I know which one this is. This is Iowa.
Did you just
But
look
can
up
you-
the county?
Can I just
Can
say
you-
Oklahoma?
No,
Can you tell us if it was boxers or briefs?
it was a thong.
I thought you're not allowed to talk about this case.
I would say Ohio, just because Ohio is a pretty fucked up place.
But not Florida man, huh? No.
not Florida, man.
Joker?
It's such a stupid case. I'm gonna say California, not Florida. It's such a dumb. It sounds like the description to a future Netflix documentary.
I need
Oh,
to see
man.
what the victim looks like.
I'd like to see the interviews there. I've never
you get-
seen pants stretch so high. I mean, it covered his eyes and pulled his head back. He was looking up.
I mean, he cut him clean in half with that wedgie. You don't understand. Straight up through the buttocks. It was brutal, man.
The buttocks.
The
Buttocks.
buttocks.
Cole, what do you say?
Yeah, I told you Alabama. It has to be.
Alabama. Yeah, okay. Oklahoma. Oklahoma again.
Oklahoma again. Now you have to make that
I got
clip.
What is with Oklahoma, man?
Oklahoma.
This is-
Speaking
I
of
put my
diamonds
faith in
the rough.
Oklahoma's depravity.
I'm noticing a trend here, and apparently Rosales loves making fun of Oklahoma man.
We need to change this game show, Rosales, to Did It Happen in Oklahoma?
Is it Oklahoma or
Because
Florida?
Yeah.
Florida is kind of needing to step up.
Yeah, right.
He did the naked man. The naked man. This
Blank
guy.
man walks into woman's unlocked home completely naked.
This could
That's
be
got-
anywhere.
That's
Yeah.
Florida. That's Florida.
All right, guys. Let's use our brains right here. Man walks into a woman's unlocked home completely naked. So we got to think of a state in the United States that actually might be safe to live in.
Yeah, wait. So is
Whatever
this
state
Canada?
MSK's in.
iHeartRadio. Okay, I'm gonna go with Seattle. Man walks into woman's home unlocked.
Damn.
I think Seattle has a neighborhood watch, so I don't know. about that.
Nico said Alaska man.
Maybe it was the neighborhood watch guy that walked in. Rosales, you don't know.
Just checking in on you.
Oh man, he was showing off America's wang.
That is America's
Okay.
wang.
Oh my goodness! All right, who's left? Nate, you called it.
I'm gonna say Florida.
Kitty
I'll say Florida.
and Cole.
Yeah, I'll say like California, not Florida.
California. Okay, well let's see what it was because I done forgot myself.
Arizona.
That was an
Arizona.
Arizona man.
Wait,
Well, you
really?
can't-
They leave the doors unlocked there?
You can't blame him for trying to keep cool.
Cole's gonna move there now.
Arizona said, "Hold my beer."
It's a dry heat, Grace.
All right. Well, that was Florida man, not Florida man.
I like that game.
Yeah.
That was
I
fun.
suck at it, but I like it.
We gotta do it again.
Oklahoma putting Florida to shame this week.
I never thought I'd see the day where another state outdoes Florida.
Are you gonna do one with New York creative? Like, if that's so New York?
I don't know. I'll have to see what the headlines are. I tried
Okay.
doing Austin man and Seattle man, and I got depressed looking at all the murders, and rapes, and
No, you should
Like,
do
man,
one.
that's
where
not
it's
funny at
are-
all.
Are they Canadian or American? You should do that one.
it was just it was
Let's
like,
be
oh,
fair,
my
Warren.
goodness.
We can't do a New York one because we don't have time for all that.
if you want to
true.
make the game easier, is this a North Korean man?
Oh
Well,
man.
Last
Ouch.
week we did Florida man, fake Florida man, and they were fake headlines and versus real headlines. So
Hmm.
we were guessing which one was real, which one wasn't, and that was fun, but not quite as fun as this. So
Yeah, this is
We'll-
fun.
we'll
like
maybe we'll put Oklahoma against somebody else and see what happens.
Oklahoma, you guys got issues. You need to work on that.
Also,
That was
Rosales,
so
have you
beautiful.
explained to your audience why you look so green today? Did you also pick up uranium in your truck today?
Oh,
You're
that's
looking
not
a
mine.
little.
I'm holding it for a friend.
Okay,
It's not-
just checking.
I just wanted to be sure, you know. You never know.
You're looking a
Hold
little.
up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You could say Rosales is. He's glowing today. He's had a glow up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I haven't been able to get the color right since I got
With the
these signs
background.
up. You know, I got the live sign now and the on air, and it's throwing everything off with the blue behind me. And
That's what filters are
Oh,
for,
it's
my
the
guy.
perfect color for Black History Month.
Oh no.
yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the yellow man ain't ethnic no more. They ruled that out. So,
And
Damn.
you didn't know that they don't qualify for the in colleges anymore for assistants because they are no longer a minority. They are white adjacent.
Just like Pluto's not a planet anymore.
Plus,
I hate this planet.
play too smart. Way too smart. You too smart. Pay your own way.
I feel like when the bombs finally fall, I'm gonna turn into Ultron. I'm gonna be like, finally, world peace.
Goodness gracious me.
yeah.
Absolutely.
What a great show, though, guys. I love you all.
Yes, it was good. Thanks for
Great.
being here, Warren.
blast.
Thanks for being here,
Thanks,
Cole.
everybody.
K. Dot, thanks for being here until you passed away on your microphone.
It was great while you were here.
You know,
I think all the stupidity of the Oklahoma man just kind of killed him.
but yeah, thanks for showing up, K. Dot. You know, we're always glad to have you when you're available. Same thing with Joker. Glad to have you when you're available.
Thank you.
Nate and Kitty.
I had to force myself out of bed to be here.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And now a quick word from our sponsor.
You can't afford not to take advantage of these values. Head over to dmrhosting.com today. That's dmrhosting.com. Our business plan starts at $4.45 a month and features unlimited data storage. Domain-wise, we offer over 50 universal and country-specific top-level domain names at affordable prices from popular GTLD extensions like...
Yeah, nobody's paying me to do that.
That sounds like Gray's voice.
I actually thought he was being serious for a second. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, no, go to dmrhosting.com and get your all of your hosting needs done. I would appreciate it.
I didn't realize I couldn't afford to not to.
You can't afford not to because you know, at $4.99 the starting prices for your basic plans, you get everything that the big boys give you, including 99.99% uptime. So dmrhosting.com.
Unless you live in Gotham City, which I can't afford to even do it.
What's everyone got going on this upcoming week?
Well, I lost my wallet.
Oh my god.
It's a good thing you don't have to vote this week because you know you'd have to show identification.
I
Would you?
will
We
be
can't
going,
anyway.
going to go
Criminals
see
can't
Harry
vote.
Potter and the Cursed Child in theaters in the Broadway theater show. So that's what I'm doing Friday.
Good deal.
You saw that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's here in New York, so on Broadway. So I'm gonna go see it with a friend.
JK
and
thanks you for tossing her another quarter.
You know it on the dime.
Fight that transphobia one way. Taking it
And then the only other news is you might not see me that much because I'm doing some other stuff. So I will officially kind of be reliable. Well, I will be more reliable after March 11th. Just want
Cool.
to let
Sounds
you know.
good.
Is that when they take the ankle bracelet off?
Yes.
That's
That's
when you
when
can start
Black-
talking
I
about
mean-
the crime you
I
committed.
mean, once
that we
February goes
briefly
by,
touched
Black
upon.
History Month's over, so I'll be okay.
Oh, okay, that's good.
In Gotham City, we don't have ankle bracelets. We have Batman.
Yeah. I mean, can we hear some more bowling pins in the background soon?
That's awesome. I need to get that. I need to get those sounds, bowling pins, and then just start playing those.
Oh yeah,
when
Kitty
Warren's on.
missed it.
Gaslighting us.
You missed it. I was
Oh,
at
I
a
missed
bowling
it. I'm
alley.
sorry, Warren. Yeah, because you did say the next week you were going to be there. I know.
Yeah, you didn't.
Also, yeah.
No, that was it.
No, I was gonna ask you. I was actually gonna contact you about.
I don't
the
remember
game.
asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Good. That was really good. I'm sorry, that was good.
Okay, I
Damn.
was going.
That was brutal. You didn't have to do that to her.
Messed up her flow.
Okay, so I'll speak to you about that gaming discussion when you're back in March. Okay.
Okay. Sounds great.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Thank you for asking me that goddamn thing. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Warren.
But that's one of your favorites. That's why I play it.
I was like, oh, does he think I'm dancing behind this? No, I'm not dancing behind this. No, not today. Not this time. Not this time, sir.
She's just.
Get out the way, get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way, get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Bitch, move! Get the f back!
One of my favorites to sing to Harley every Saturday evening.
Bitch, move!
Just a little bit more backhanding involved.
I'm gonna head out though. You
Okay.
guys, thank you
See you,
all
Warren.
for being here.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for
Thanks,
being here.
man.
Appreciate it.
You guys have a great week and take care now.
Kitty, you know we love you.
Oh man, I
I
got.
had fun.
There I Ruined It can be found all over Instagram and YouTube if you're looking for other music that they've ruined.
Or made
happen.
better in
And
some cases if it's Nicki
match
Minaj.
Yeah, they made it. That was quite amazing. Especially the way they also make Luda come up and hit in, saying a boom, bitch. You know?
Yeah.
Really great.
I got a pretty big week coming up. I got a lot going on. I finally C.S. Johnson's book finally got here in the mail the other day, so I'm currently reading it.
Ooh.
And
You didn't buy my book, did you?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Send me a link. I might get it. I need to. I need to wait till my next paycheck though. But
Do you happen to have it handy so you can show them what the cover looks like?
I have started buying some omnibuses just because that's been one of the good things that's come out of MSK.
Happen to have a copy of it right here. It's called The Grim Tales of Rainbow Falls.
I just got this one with my last paycheck. I got the Absolute Carnage run. I'm currently reading it too.
Oh,
I got the
You didn't
I got
buy
the-
my graphic novel?
I'll check it out eventually, Roselle. I
My
got
graphic
the
signed. There are signed copies available. This one is 4 of 50.
okay.
Chock full of graphic novel goodness. And there's nothing in here for Black History Month, but
Yeah,
it's
since we're
ready for
showing off
June.
books, these are the issues that I am reading this.
Oh,
this
nice.
month.
You know, it's funny. Joker,
Another
I
incomplete set.
I bought the Blackest Night 10th anniversary omnibus. I got it back there behind me too.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah,
nice.
it's big. It's a big one.
Yeah, those are big.
But other than that, just doing some reviews and a bunch of work stuff. I actually I became their number 2 guy Friday apparently. So I am
You're my number 2
one
guy.
of the big dogs.
God damn it, I'll never live it down.
And Cole, I did check out Poor Things. So I gotta do a review on that.
I hope you liked it.
It was different. It was crazy. It was absurd. There were moments where I'm like, why the fuck am I watching this? And you know what? I loved every single second.
Sounds
of it.
like everything Cole recommends every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like Cole watching a Serbian film.
And it took me a long time to realize that was Emma Stone I was looking at. I was like, well, last year I saw Florence Pugh's titties, and now I saw Emma Stone's. What do you know?
Hey, a Serbian film is one of my favorite relaxation films to go to sleep to at night.
I
okay?
I
So
I, I will
everybody's
say
got
this,
their
Cole.
thing.
My
Look
favorite.
at that artwork inside of that book. There are over 30 illustrations in this book that
But-
were hand drawn by somebody you might know. Like
Nobody.
that's a smoke demon.
Nice.
That's a smoke demon that possesses a bunch of children in the book. So Cole, you might be
Very-
interested in that.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm interested.
I will say though,
Cole does love
uh,
demons and the R word.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sorry, what were you saying, Nate?
I was gonna say I love how Mark Ruffalo's just having a mental breakdown the entire fucking movie. It's
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, yeah, he's great in it. You know, surprisingly better than Willem Dafoe in that film.
Yeah. But got to review Poor Things. I'm still working on a review for ISS. I've just had a busy week, so haven't really had time to sit down and edit as much. But I should have that up today, and then I'm going to be doing my first TV series review like ever. I'm going to be reviewing the Percy Jackson series, which just wrapped up on Disney Plus.
nice.
Man, Disney thanks you for watching it.
I like Percy Jackson. Okay.
Oh yes, there's a bunch of people being eaten by land sharks.
Ooh. Not
It's a
not
crazy journey.
not brought to you by the shitty sci-fi film Sand Sharks.
No. These
Oh God.
these
Don't give me
sharks
that
were
PTSD
genetically created to be docile cows of the sea to help feed hungry people. And so they procreate quickly, they grow massive, and they don't eat people.
Grow massive?
They don't usually. Okay, get him out.
Yes.
That was my
Rose, also
uncle
got a quick
talking, I'm
question
sorry.
in general.
Thank you, Vince McMahon.
Are you, Rosales, are you coming on the Joker's Corner in the next several days actually to review the atrocity that is Madam Web with us?
Haven't seen it.
When is it?
We
I'm
got to go
curious.
see it. It could
Oh.
be a surprise hit. We don't know.
Yeah,
Well-
I actually saw it. It's amazing. You should go see it.
When is that episode of the Joker's Corner? Because I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna do my own review, but man,
It will be. It'll be the day after release day.
It's
so we'll
filled
give you
with
guys some time
promising
to
women.
digest.
okay. I think
And
I
we'll
think
do
I'm
it that
in your.
evening.
I think I'm in your Discord. so.
I want to
Yeah,
know
you're in
if
there.
people laugh out loud when she says the line about she was with my mother when she was researching that line, the one from the trailer.
Oh no,
wanna
I was
see that.
laughing out loud through the entire trailer, not just the one scene. That was a very long trailer, so afterwards I felt like I was gonna throw up because I was laughing for so
Wait,
long. But like,
here's all I'm
But I
gonna
want to
say.
see if the cinema laughs when the line happens.
I think
In
they're
the
going to
movie.
recite it. I think they're going to
Yeah.
recite it.
Yes.
When I
That would be
did
cool.
when I did my top 10 most anticipated for 2024 list, and I put Madam Web and Craven in there as a combined unit, I didn't do it because I was looking forward to the movies. I did it looking forward. I'm looking forward to just shredding them apart after
Yeah.
watching them.
Just the memes of it, just the fascinating.
Yeah, the
like, wow,
memes.
you guys did that.
We're gonna be laughing at those movies for like the next 2 months after they release.
well, to be fair, I've seen my fair share of crap. I mean, I have watched the worst movie. I mean, whenever people say, "Oh, this is the worst movie ever made," I'm like, "No, it's not. You haven't seen the movie Things. Go see Things, then tell me you've seen the worst thing ever." I have seen things you people would be shocked. at some of the movies.
I'm anticipating.
Yeah,
that
but such is the lifestyle.
right?
I'm anticipating that Madam Web and Craven are probably going to make Morbius look like an Academy Award nominated film.
Wow.
Oh
really?
no, I wouldn't go that far.
I'm just saying. Like that.
See,
That would be impressive.
At
We
least
go
with the
see
fir-
this movie and then we go wash it all out by watching Dune Part 2 and we forget we ever watched it. And that's what we do.
Sounds like a damn good plan right there.
Yes, we need to see a toothpick with hair save the desert.
I like Dune Part 2. Come on. I
God,
like
that-
Dune.
Dare you? I
Yeah.
didn't stand for the Chalamet slander.
Yeah, every time it's just like mentioning his physique, not his actual acting. Every
Right.
time.
I have to say, and physique's not too bad. I'll just
Great.
say.
Yeah, it's like
I'll
it's a
take it.
good mix. It's good enough, but it's also not like over the top, like in the '80s with like Arnold and other people.
Thank
No,
you. And let's be honest, we've said this, Cole. People who
You mean like
often
Carl
criticize
Weathers?
Timothy Chalamet, they criticize him not for his acting, but his looks. They're like, he looks stupid.
Yeah, it's
And
like they're so
okay, so you're
insecure that
jealous
he's
you
having
don't look that
success.
good, right?
Well, I criticized him for his acting in Bones and All. So
Yeah,
Oh, I
somehow
think he's
I
great
don't
in
know
Bones
why.
and All. Heck
I-
yeah.
I didn't like it.
I haven't
I
seen
like him
Bad
as an
Timothy
actor,
Chalamet
but
performance
I'm
though. So.
not.
Yeah,
I'm not
you see, I want
really-
you to talk about the film with Joker because I think that'll be interesting, Nate.
Dude, I'll be honest. I went on a complete hate tirade against that movie when I saw it.
Wow.
I did not like it, man. And you know what? Honestly, it could have been just the time I was seeing it. It was late at night. It was like 11 o'clock. Nobody was there at the theater. There was some angry hostess at the front just waiting for me to see the movie so she could go the fuck home when it was
To
over.
be fair, to be on your side here, Luca films are very much an acquired taste that if you like his other films, you'll probably enjoy it, but it's something that you can't just dive in head first any
Not like a
day
Yui
and
Bowl
watch.
film.
Well, Uwe Boll film, as long as you're high or drunk or almost on your deathbed, you can probably tolerate it. But
You know what?
But Postal's a masterpiece.
To be fair, I saw it the one time in theater and I've never watched it again. So who knows? Maybe it's a movie that does warrant a rewatch. I don't know.
Well, if you ever get out and see a Human Centipede double feature, don't miss it.
Oh God!
No, triple feature. You mean?
the other ones aren't good. Stop it, guys.
None of them
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
that third one
No,
isn't
the
canon.
first
But the
one's good.
first one has a decent concept. The 2 and 3 just goes off the rails.
Yeah, but no, 3 is like a masterpiece on everything wrong. It's like the modern day
is.
Room.
Great, I
what-
agree. The third is not canon.
I don't know how I can sit there and watch all the Saw
is
films
not
with a straight face, but when I watch Human Centipede, I'm just gagging all over the fucking place.
I love
I
that
haven't even
Rosales treats
seen
the
it.
human
I've
centipede
only
like
seen
a
the
marble.
trailer of that movie, and
Just the trailer alone, yeah. See, if you don't like the trailer, you're not going to like the movies. But
The movie's worse.
the fact that Rosales just said the third one's not canon, like it's a Marvel film, makes me laugh. Because that means now I know what his favorite trilogy is in the repertoire of trilogies. And he's got this Human Centipede. You should get like a Human Centipede, like, shrine behind you just to see if anybody gets that joke.
Yeah,
You get it.
I love it.
You get a Human Centipede in the third one for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just what's his face. He's just yelling at the camera the whole time.
Yeah, it's the director literally jerking himself off for like 2 hours. It's amazing. It's actually like The Room.
It's like a Zack Snyder movie. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? It
I
should be
put the
mainstream
food in
popular.
this side.
I need more
And
slow
what,
mo.
Zach?
I
As
need
it
more
travels down.
Guys, you don't understand. I need more slow mo shots of sand hitting the ground.
Could you
It's-
imagine Zack Snyder directing a Human Centipede movie? Now that
my
I'd pay to see.
Gosh. No, could you imagine the DC universe being run by Zack Snyder and Michael Bay? Oh my God.
It's like, look, we need to turn
Slow
Aquaman
motion.
into a submarine to expect.
I think I would get motion sickness with all the helicopter shots and slow mos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
yeah, you would
Lens
be
flares.
like just fast, slow. Oh god, that would be horrible.
The dog
dog-
scene
you
was
know what?
oh
I don't
no.
even. Oh.
Executive produced by J.J. Abrams too.
Oh yeah. Shaky
Mr.
handy
Len-
cam. Lens flare.
Mr.
Lens flare. Lens
Mr.
flare.
Lens Flare over here.
Lens flare, slow mo, zoom in snapshots, the works.
We need to start. You know what? We need to start a joke about how the sequel trilogy was just directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Everybody wanted to blame J.J. Abrams and Ryan Johnson. No, it was M. Night.
Well, it couldn't have been M. Night. There wasn't much of he didn't have
Yeah,
a mystery
I'm like,
box
where's the
reveal
twist?
thing
Yeah.
at the end.
It would be 5 hours in multiple segments.
Right.
You know, some of his newer movies have not been that bad. I mean, a lot of his stuff from the 2000s is fucking Jesus.
But have they been
mean-
the new Steven Spielberg good? Mm.
No.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
they
I don't even
claimed
know
in
if I agree with
2000.
that, though. I mean, like, Split was good because it was a script you wrote ages ago.
I'm making
I
$1
enjoy-
million.
You know, as
Right.
much as predictable as Knock at the Cabin was, I still enjoyed it for just the atmospheric aesthetic that it had.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. You know, the acting was good in that. You know, that one was like, you could say was half decent. And again, Split was good, but it's
Jesus
because he wrote
Christ.
he wrote
Rosales, I'm
the
having a
script
seizure.
ages ago. Like his other ones, like Old and Glass, were pretty bad.
I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, I liked Lady in the Water just for Paul Giamatti, but it wasn't a good movie. The only thing good about that movie is Paul Giamatti acting like a lunatic.
Have you seen?
Well,
the
that's not Paul Giamatti acting. He's just a fucking lunatic.
I know. That's what I love about him.
None of you here go and see Argyle.
Oh, Argyle.
I did. It was pretty bad.
I'm gonna go
Did
see
you
it
see
next
it, Cole?
weekend.
Yes, I plan to see Argyle and do brunch later.
Oh, great.
I was supposed to see Argyle this weekend, but I saw Poor Things instead. Just
You made the right choice. Never see Argyle. It's okay.
I'm gonna go see Argyle because I gotta do it for Henry Cavill. Hashtag always my Superman. I'm just kidding. I'm just sounding like Twitter now. No, I'll go see it and go give it a chance because
Henry Cavill,
The-
but he
the-
apparently
the-
is not in it a lot.
The biggest complaint I've heard about the movie is it's Matthew Vaughn doing too much of his Matthew Vaughnisms, and Matthew Vaughn just blows his fucking load all over this Matthew Vaughn motion picture.
Yeah, it's like the Golden Circle. That's what
So
it's
I'm either
like.
gonna love it or really love it for completely different reasons. This sounds amazing what you just described to me. So
Literally, that's one of the articles I read. This is exactly what the guy said. He just inserted Matthew Vaughn's name into every single sentence he was typing out.
I know we're getting another Kingsman movie, and then here's the thing: I'd rather see that, and I'm actually interested in seeing that new. What's the other one that Henry's in? The Guy Ritchie film.
Yeah.
I'd rather go see that.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that one to be a good one.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to give Henry Cavill a paycheck. That guy he needs a break. He really does.
Cavill?
He needs
Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Cavill. There you go.
He's getting paychecks. It's just he's been stuck to franchises that don't stick.
Yeah, now he's.
And I'm
stuck
glad to see him in something
Warhammer
like Guy Ritchie.
40,000, so he's going to be doing
Right.
fine. He's going to be doing fine.
Yeah.
He's executive producing, and poor Henry. He's going to be. He's starring in it. He's executive producing it. He's getting a paycheck. They're not going to cancel it if it sucks because it's Amazon. He's doing fine.
And even if he doesn't have a career after this, years later, what is he going to do? He's going to go home, build his PC, and play Witcher for hours and hours. Poor Henry. He's gonna
be like Joe Manganiello. He's gonna have a career, but not have a career.
I just want to go back real quick to Lady in the Water because the poster on that is just
dare you?
Absolutely horrid. I mean, let's take a look at this.
Oh my God!
That's supposed to be
is.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Okay,
A
but
beautiful woman looks nothing like her right there.
She looks like she's carrying the one ring to the Mount Doom.
Yeah, Frodo.
How does he make her look like Frodo Baggins?
Looks like Michael Jackson after the transformation was complete. Good God!
I mean,
The big twist is that it's not Elijah Woods.
Yeah, that is the twist.
His twist recently is the ending sucks. Whoop-de-doo.
I say this just because this is me personally, but Old is unironically one of the best comedies of all time.
Oh God, that shit gave me dementia. Fuck. But Old was like a rough copy of a film to give to a better director to actually do it properly.
Oh my God!
Cole, that needs to be your review on Letterboxd. As this movie gave me dementia.
That's like all the movies currently Marvel has on slate, where they're handing to somebody and say, "What can you do with this? What can you do with this?" It was supposed to be released 2 years ago.
I fucking can't. I'm crying. Oh shit. You okay up there, Joke? You look like you're about to pop, man.
Oh my God, I can't believe the
I can add a
combination
lens
of Old
flare.
and dementia is perfection, Cole.
Rosales, we don't need the lens flares to add to Cole's dementia, okay?
That won't cure us now.
Wake him up. Yeah, he's gonna try and wake him up.
Oh my goodness! All right, but yeah, we were on our way out, weren't we?
We were. We got sidetracked.
I hope we are.
Yeah.
Sometime
madman.
soon.
But
can I be on the way out off this planet?
We can.
That's enough of that ballyhoo.
Not going to disagree.
Not gonna disagree. Where is it? Oh, I like this one. I like this one.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
We now return to the Transformers.
Because I love the Transformers transition.
I like the Ballyhoo one.
The amount of times I have said that while watching DSP fail as a gamer is just ridiculous. Like
one day I'm going to give Warren control over these things here, and wait for him to have Jaded on the show or K-Dot.
Oh no!
And let him unleash one of these on him.
Yeah, I'm going to cut you off. Can we please cut him off? Can we take him off the screen? Thank you.
Wait, you trust them to give them the control board? Because I don't even trust my goons with my control board on my show. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know. Maybe it'll make it more of a chaotic experience.
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
I reject your reality and I substitute my own.
That's my homemade one. I made that one myself.
Oh man. Oh shit.
I love that. All right. We're gonna head out, guys. I want you guys out there. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. Thanks for all of the comments. If you like the show, share it with your friends. If you don't like people out there, share it with them too. They'll love it. It'll be great. But we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Congratulations. We want Cody.
That was one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen anybody post on the internet before. Congratulations. The bar is high cause people post lots and lots of stupid things, but your stupid thing was somehow the leader of the pack.